not gain weight. The nigga that lost weight, lifted weights or some shit doing with some weight.
So he big as hell now.
Man, that nigga got muscles and shit, man. So he ain't bullshit this time.
I like red bones, my type, light skin, that's nice, hello.
GFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic. GFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic. GFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic. GFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic.
That's good, fantastic.
I like red bones, my type, light skin, that's nice, hello.
GFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic. GFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic. GFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic. GFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic.
That's good, fantastic.
Yo, what up, what up, what up? Y'all know the deal, man. Like and share, like and share, like and share, so we can get this thing out everywhere. If there's anywhere in the world you can be, but yourself right here with me, BABG OG, and I appreciate y'all pull up on me. And tonight, man, we have a special guest. Shout out to my man, Blackpill J. And I guess we're gonna be talking about the Blackpill versus I don't know what do y'all want to call it? The conversation they had with Wiltshire, Daquan Wiltshire, whatnot, and basically just I guess get a better understanding and the framework of what Blackpill is. So I'll turn it over to you, brother. What's going on with you?
Oh man, nothing much, man. I've always appreciated your perspectives. I've seen you on the Bernard O'Reilly show, seen you go at it with legends like Tommy Sotomayor. You know what I'm saying? So I had to, when I saw that you're doing the reaction, I was like, oh man. I mean, the reaction to the Daquan versus Bass stream, where Bass barely he didn't speak much, but I don't think that he necessarily had to, right? And yeah, I listened. I was at the gym when I was listening to your commentary on it, and there were some things that you called out that were some of the things that I called out in that exchange between Daquan and the Blackpill coalition, or whatever you want to call it, right? And there was some other things that you said that I disagreed with, or that I kind of had some difference of opinions on. And that's okay. I think you know it's good to disagree and have discussions, but as long as we're able to have discussion, and that was the thing from that stream, that disappointed me just a little bit, but I should have known that, you know, Daquan is a world-class troll. He faked sincerity a few times on that stream. So I at a certain point, I didn't know. I was like, okay, well, I guess we can't take you seriously at all. Even when you say that you're going to be serious, you know, even when you say that you want to help men, or I want to help you base this, but no, you don't. You just want to make a joke out of him and other people who might be in a, you know, who might find themselves, you know, falling into black pill despair. And by the way, Base does to defend his points, he does openly help men and talk about other things besides, you know, with female nature and things of that nature. But yeah, this doesn't have to be about that specifically. But that's
no. Yeah, man, definitely, man. Shout out to Base Pulo, man. Shout out to the brother. I came across him on, I think, Twitter actually before I came. I knew he had a YouTube. And shout out to Batman Beyond 6'4". I think he's Batman Beyond 6'4" Revenge now. But shout out to that brother also. And like I said, I pretty much got, you know what I'm saying, knowledge of him through him. So yeah, I definitely, and like I said, the brother talks about tech. The brother talks about a lot of different things.
Yeah,
so
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's not just that. So I mean, I think that's one of the, if you are lumped into, or you're classified as any of the pills things, you know what I'm saying, you're just some, you know, incel ass dude that can't get women, so that's all you talk about. And then people purposely, you know, obfuscate and ignore, you know, the whatever the percentage of, and whenever you bring it up and make, you know, extremely detailed points about, you know, nothing involving the women at all, you know. But,
and but also too, I mean, it's so funny, like what is black pill? So we associate black pill guys with incel dudes, but Austin Dunham, you can't look at him and call him an incel. You can't.
So is Austin Dunham a black pill guy? Is he considered black
I would
pill?
consider, no, he wouldn't. No, that's the thing. It's about optics. He wouldn't openly consider himself a black pill dude, but he's still black pill because he understands that he benefits from lookism, and he benefit, like he is a, you know, basically a Tyrone. He understands that if he didn't have his looks, if he didn't have, you know, facial harmony and you know, in the, I'm not going to go through. I mean, you can, and this is no.
You're talking about the dude, so the shorter light skinned guy or whatever that does the looks maxing, that guy, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how short he is, but he's, I mean, he's like, I think like 6 foot, or like maybe like 5'11", 5'10".
No, shout out to Steph is Cole. If I remember right, like I said, I don't think the only one that was over 6 feet, I think, was what MJ Get Right. I think.
I don't know.
All the rest of those guys were shorter guys.
Yeah. But my point being is just that this is a guy who, you know, probably has, you know, done some work on him. I'm not quite sure. I'm not gonna say any claims, but my point is that I will consider, when I see his stuff is like kind of like fucking satire. But when I see his shorts, when I see his clips, he is basically a black pill guy, but he would not consider himself to be a black pill guy, partially because there's no money in the black pill as well. Like there's like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's no money in the black pill. There's money in red pill. There's money in PUA, but there's no money in black pill. And that's one reason why a lot of red pill guys, like a lot of PUA guys, they fight this black pill shit hard, because as soon as you make it about looks, and not looks in a go to the gym type of way, but looks in a, no, motherfucker, yo face, yo eye structure, that chin, though, these things that are relatively very, very hard for you to fix and to make, you know what I'm saying, like those that type of looks, there's no money in that, right?
And you're talking about I think the golden ratio is the term, correct?
Yeah, and mind you, I am not a face rater. I've gotten to the point where I can look at a person's face and kind of be like, okay, okay, that's a objectively good looking guy, or that's a guy who's probably going to more so struggle, or yeah, that guy probably has a harder time. I'm not going to make complete assumptions, but yeah, like you these are things that you know, and a lot of young kids, these Gen Zers, these zillennials, whatever you want to call them, they're more conscious of their looks. Young kids today, they're doing jawline checks. They're comparing jawlines. kids in middle
Damn.
school, kids in high school. Yeah. That the Chad meme. You think we just see the Chad? You think that the only people who see the Chad meme are us?
Mm-hmm.
You don't think that kids see the Chad meme?
Well, yeah. I mean, especially now, I guess the youth are the most people that are most engulfed in social media, even more so than adults, because that's they literally have nothing else to do. So even if you are, unless you're like a full-time content creator, and that's the way you make a living, most people do it at leisure. So you're playing on your phone, or you're snapping photos, or you're doing whatever. In the midst of getting stuff done, even if it's not a job, it's like, your daily duties in the house, parenting, whatever, right? But with kids, they don't got nothing to fucking do, man. Like you said, to them, it's go to school, come home, and not a care in the world. So yeah, I can completely believe that.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm just saying, like a lot of this stuff. I mean, kids are and the unfortunate part is that, and I was talking to, I've talked to based about this and in other streamers that I be on with. There was like this kind of like this red pill timeline where it's like, okay, how do most people come to the red pill? Most people come to the red pill. Shout out to Donovan Sharp. Most men come to the red pill because of either heartbreak in some way, shape, or form. Your girlfriend dumped you. She cheated on you. Your wife left you at the fucking altar. You got divorced. Maybe you got divorced. That's another thing. Or sexual frustration. Those are really like the 2 or 3 things, or the reasons why you become red pilled. You click on your first Sandman video or whatever it is. Fucking who else is another guy? Alpha Male Strategies, or whoever your cup of tea is, right? CGA. But now we're getting to a space where in 2024, where the red pill, scratch that, the black pill is coming to you. Like now we're getting to a point where people are just going straight to the black pill. They're not even getting to the red pill information first. They're not getting to the whole, hey man, looks, money, status, get your game up, get your money up, push and pull and like they're not even having to get to that. Or learning about hypergamy. They're just straight to, oh shit, looks is the most important thing. Oh shit, it's about your height. It's about your jawline. Oh damn, the race pill. Oh shit, Asian women love themselves a white boy. All you gotta do is be white, and you can get yourself an Asian chick. Like,
okay, so
yeah, go ahead.
So I guess the question would be, and this is one of the biggest criticisms of the black pill, is that the gloom and doom behind it. So it's like, if I don't look the par, right? If I don't have a certain height, I'm pretty much doomed with women. So
it depends on it depends on what it is that you are. So I'm not a doom and gloomer. I'm a firm believer in purpose, and I think that men should find their purpose. I don't want to talk about religion, but that could be a part of it, or it could be your trade, or just it could be whatever calling that you have. So I'm my whole thing is that just because you're not fucking doesn't mean you can't live a good life. It doesn't mean you can't live a life without live a life without purpose, meaning joy, happiness. You know what I'm saying? Reason, like you know what I mean? Like I think we put, especially as black men, we put way too much stock in pussy. It's because to black men, if you're not getting pussy, you're not a man.
Well, that's I'm glad you said that, but that brings it to the point of where I guess the racial aspect of it, right? To where the black man is valued by his success or lack thereof with women.
Unfortunately,
being that it's so matriarchal, or gynocentric, however you want to call it, right?
Absolutely.
So when you have black pill guys that I guess understand the narrative, and this is one thing I do respect you guys for, is like calling it out and being like, okay, well, hey man, if you're not gonna get the pussy, why worry about it? But at the same time, we all know that part of being a healthy man is getting pussy to some degree. Now you ain't got
that is true. No, I'm and I would not negate that. Absolutely. So I'm not going to sit here and say that it's not going to be an important thing to a man, at least subconsciously. And I would never tell a person to necessarily quit either, right? Because I don't want to say there's still hope, but I just think it depends on where you are. It depends on if you're a white guy versus if you're a black guy. If you're a white guy, I tell white guys all the time, I'm like, hey, if you're a white guy and you a dude who's a 6 out of 10, get you a chain, get you a tattoo or two, and go to Crenshaw. Go to you know what I'm saying? Go to a black woman there. Look, I've had, we call them snow cells, right? Or you know, white boy incels, you know, male cells. Okay. They got mad at me because I told them, I'm like, hey, y'all trying to go after these white women, these Stacys who don't want you. You might have to go and go for a black woman.
Or like you said, an Asian. Like Asian.
Or an Asian, yeah, right. They give Asian women away to white boys like candy on Halloween. So yeah, like go to Chinatown.
Yeah. So when we get to the point of, I guess, the racial aspect of it, pretty much you guys coincide with the caste system of what we're saying. So it's white man, then I'm guessing black man, Hispanic man, Asian man. Is that the proper ranking?
Well, I don't even think black men are that high. I think that Hispanic men are above black men, because I would say this. I definitely know that his white men are obviously number one, but it's kind of like a whoever is second is not close to white. White is far. They're leading by fucking 30. Like it's not close, right? I think the Hispanic is above black. And the reason being is because a Hispanic man, in my opinion, at least like, let's just talk about here in the West or in America, right? A Hispanic man can be relatively regular and non-problematic and have a relatively easy or an easier time getting a woman on his level or getting a woman on his match or what have you than a black man would for his women.
Okay, so now mm-hmm. So it's not really a desirability thing. It's a compatibility with the group of his women or other women in general. So
I think it's a mix of. Well, I would say it's a mix of both. I just think that if I would say that it's kind of like,
bro, we definitely over Hispanics, fam. Come on now, nobody like everybody.
No, because I would the reason why I push back a little bit is because the type of black men who are wanted by all the women, that's apex. That's the apex fallacy. When white women talk about they love themselves a black man, they're talking about Idris Elba and Michael B. Jordan. They're not talking about the average black man. The average black man has a relatively hard time getting a white woman. That's why he has to be at least 2 or more points above her in SMV in order to fuck that white woman. That's why you got niggas who go into the gym a day fucking white women with guts and shit. Talking about they winning. Oh, tell me if I'm wrong.
Okay. I don't know, man.
Listen. The white women that listen, white boys don't. They kind of care, but white boys say they care that we're fucking their girls, but they don't, because the actual white women who white men give a fuck about, they're not on. Black men are not on their radar like that. Maybe unless you're like in the NFL or some shit, but
high athlete, pro athlete, right, or whatever. Like
exactly, like
the Hulk Hogan speech. Like,
yes, but the white women, there's a large contingent of white women with good families, with flat stomachs, with relatively low body counts, with conservative values. And they will never have black men in their fucking crosshairs, unless you crossing the fucking crossing the goddamn touchdown line, then maybe. But those women are not checking for us. I'm just keeping this a buck.
Okay, so okay, and I would agree with you there. So what's your take on what is the Blackpill take on the passport bro movement then? Because
that's a good.
Go ahead.
Yeah. No, that's well. I mean, there's many. I mean, I myself would love to travel, and not just for women, but just to travel in general. But in terms of like, there's a myriad of opinions. One opinion is that for some men, that's going to have to be their only option. there's another opinion, and this is where my where Mystery, the guy whose other stream I be on a quite consistently, shout out to Mystery, is that he believes that Passport Bros is simply taking our problem here in the West and spreading it into other places of around the world. Because if a large contingent of men from the West go to these, let's just say these South American countries, then we're basically going there and disrupting their dating market, just like how social media and all this other bullshit disrupted our dating market. So now we're taking our bullshit and we're going to a South American country and fucking up their whole ecosystem, right? So
so it's like invasive species type of, I guess, like viewpoint.
Yeah. I mean, that's just one philosophy. I mean, and I do agree with that. But my perspective on it is I think that some men are just going to have to do it. I don't think that you should probably bring that woman to the West necessarily. I that advice, that's that Eddie Murphy from what was that special he did, the purple one when he was in a purple leather jacket, Raw, where he was talking about how he don't bring the African woman back to America. So I think that there's many opinions. I don't think that there's a one black pill perspective on it necessarily. I think it's just really dependent upon the male in question. I don't think that white boys, I don't think necessarily need to passport. They call it passport maxing. They don't need to do the whole passport thing more than your typical black dude will probably need to, in my opinion, or maybe somebody of a different descent. So
okay. So I guess moving away from the other races, right? Because we're black. So when we completely totally focus on the black experience, I know and shout out to Austin. You brought Austin Dunham, right? Dunham?
Yes.
Austin Dunham? Yeah. Shout out to him, right? And I noticed one of the things he had the viral video talking about how, because he has more of a smooth, clean cut look or whatnot, what have you. He doesn't thug max or so on and so forth, right? He does not get a lot of attention from black women, even though
I call cap on that. I think that he doesn't get the attention from the black women that he really, really, really wants, that he feels like. Here's what I would say: he probably the black women that he probably feels are his looks match probably want like rappers and athletes and men who are probably of a higher status, and they probably want to. So he's probably right in that they want more thuggish guys, but there's plenty of black women who do want him. I'm not even just saying like the ugly ones, but even ones who, I'm calling some cap on that. I'm calling some cap.
Okay. Well, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say cap, but I would say I can definitely understand that point, because a lot of people don't count men don't count women that they're not interested in. So if you got a whole bunch of booger wolves and TD Jakes, Flavor Flav looking hoes, they don't even count.
But you can't tell me, sure, but a guy like Austin, you can't tell me that the only black women he's attracting are women who look like Leslie Jones. This is not no.
No, I'm just going by what he said. Again,
I get it, but here's what you got to understand too. Excuse me. Here's what you got to understand about guys that are quote unquote Chads and Tyrones. A lot of these, sure, like similar to women, they also have often a slightly twisted view of reality because they are a Chad or a Tyrone. So,
okay,
this is why.
So just to get the terminology, so Chad and Tyrone, Chad would be an attractive white dude, Tyrone would be an attractive black dude,
and not just attractive. We're talking about like top 10% physical attraction. So yeah, for both. Yeah.
Okay.
So in this case, a Tyrone. This is why you shouldn't take it. You shouldn't take advice from guys who are quote unquote very, very good looking or extremely good looking or what have you, is because more times than not they're not going to give you the best piece of advice because they're good looking. That's why they get women. They can't necessarily articulate why they get women or why women even find them good looking. They will just tell you, be yourself. I'm just confident. Just go up there. Just talk to her. Just be yourself. You can't,
yeah.
you know.
Well, that's why I personally try to stay away, because people will slap a fucking dating coach label on you or something so quick. Because I say this all the time. I'm like, even in the case of like identical twins, you can have two dudes that look, exactly the same, and you'll have totally different outcomes with them trying to get women, just off of personality type, charisma, humor, all those different factors and different things. So I just don't even fully believe in a man being able to tell another man, with outside of like just basic, framework. Hey, have confidence. Don't say nothing too crazy, too stupid, be outrageous. Don't seem super eager. Just the basic stuff. Outside of that, you really can't guide a man into getting women, because he has to take all of the tools and things that are available and apply it to himself. And then along with applying it to himself, who is he targeting? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where is he located? And it's just so many factors that goes into it. So
It's a lot of factors, right?
That's one of the things I never even understood about the whole PUA thing, and why it caught on so much, because I was just like, bro.
And then it's easy. Well, they wanted to, I mean, guys, especially guys who were, college educated, maybe, and a lot of these guys who bought these PUA courses, these were guys who made money. So we can't say these guys were broke. No, these guys paid thousands of dollars for these PUA courses and these PUA camps. And they just wanted a solution to their problem, and they were fed up with their inability or lack of ability to attract the opposite sex. A lot of these men were either virgins or maybe have only had one or two sexual partners in their life, and they needed to, they were desperate and they needed to figure out something out, man. I mean, I never bought a PUA course, but I brought up the Scrambler way back in the day. I said, fuck it. I think I spent like $60. This was like over 10 years ago. And that was kind of my introduction to the red pill is I forgot their names. But it was like a little PUA little booklet thing. And I learned like some stuff, and that was kind of like my intro to the red pill. But yeah, man, it's like, you as a man, especially as a young man, you want to figure shit the fuck out.
Okay. So my bad, excuse me.
Yeah, all good, man.
So
your chat's funny.
yeah, they yeah, man, they go hard, man. Shout out to the chat. But okay, so I guess let's move it to the debate with the Daquan Wilshire thing versus
did you do air quotes when you said debate?
well yeah,
I just didn't see it. I'm just saying.
No, listen, and like you said, man, I this is why I say, bro, and shout out to Base, bro. Definitely shout out to him, that brother, brilliant brother, man. You know what I'm saying? He puts a lot of thoughts into his content and just the concepts and things like that. So, like I said, I think, a lot of people are off put just by subject matter, and they automatically throw a lot of stuff away just because, just like the red pill stuff is, right? Or, male positive, I like to call it. I don't really like to subscribe to that or whatever, but any of those things is automatic. Oh man, them niggas is just defeatist and this and that and the other. And like I said, I try to look a lot deeper than just the surface and listen to the chatter of other people. And like I said, I understand a lot of the things you guys say, but my only problem, what I worry about is that it is more of a movement that seems to be catching on with a lot of the younger guys. You know what I'm saying? And it's like they do have man, fuck these hoes. I'm not worried about them, and I'm gonna do this and this and this and this, which is a great thing, because that's something that Red Pill been teaching for quite some time, and be like, hey man, in your younger years, if you put as much energy into being successful as you are in chasing these hoes, man, you're gonna, what I'm saying, there's no way you can lose, because hey, you'll never lose money, what I'm saying, you'll never lose hoes chasing money, but you'll always lose money chasing hoes. You feel me?
Yeah. So, well, there's a school of thought. I was gonna say real quick, there's a black pill perspective on whether even if that is the correct way or not. The whole chasing money first and then the women will come. There's actually a large contingent in the black pill space who actually thinks that was advice that fucked over a lot of guys.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because so for example, right? So a college setting versus the work setting. A college setting in 2012, 2013 versus the work setting and the how things are now, a lot of men, I shouldn't say a lot, but some men in these black pill spaces believe that the advice that they got to stay on your studies and work hard and get money, and now they got this good software job, and now, you know, okay, now they're making some pretty good money. They're not a fucking millionaire, but they're making some pretty good money.
Yeah.
But you're working, and you're not physically attractive like that. Sure, you go to the gym, but you know, like they say in the black pill, there's no gym for your face. You're still 5'8", 5'9", average. Still, I'm so sorry.
No problem.
Yeah. You're still 5'8", 5'9", and those 4 or 5 or how many years you were in college, that was actually the most ideal time for you to be. I'm not gonna say that you should have been focused on women, but for a lot of men, the college years are their actual sexual peak. That's actually the time in which you have the most access to women that are single. The most, and on top of that, that's where you're an adult, and where, let's say if you're an 18, 19-year-old guy, even though sure, you're an 18, 19-year-old guy competing, you're competing with men who are 30 and older. I get it. But when a woman sees you at 18, 19, or even 20, they're not expecting you to have paper. As opposed to if you're a guy who's 30, they're not expecting you to just have, they're expecting you to be relatively well off at 30, as opposed to you being an 18, 19, 20-year-old. So that's what I'm saying is like there's a different mindset. I'm not even necessarily disagreeing with you, Mr. Fantastic. I'm just saying, like, can you at least see from that perspective?
No, I can see it, like you said, because that would be a lot of your social development also, especially like you're fresh into adulthood. You pretty much get to make yourself and determine who you're going to be versus whoever you were typecast as in high school, right? Especially if you had the opportunity to go to college somewhere different, you basically get to try out different things and just see what works without any without any repercussions or without any real failures, because hey, the most you can say is no, right? So I definitely understand that concept, but my thing with it, that
hard to go off on a thing, because I know we were talking about the debate.
Go ahead.
No, I'm saying sorry for going off on that tangent.
No, brother. The conversation is just it flows as it flows, man. It's no problem. We're having a framework, so
okay.
I think it's important that we touch on a lot of these things as they come, because, like I said, ultimately, my ultimate outcome, my son. I have 2 sons. My oldest son is 18. He graduates high school this year. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Late birthday. He just turned 18 in December. So, he graduates high school this year. He's an athlete, multi-sport athlete, all these different things, 6 feet, whatever, all these different things. He got my genes. So, he doesn't have an issue and problem with the girls, but the thing is, him not having an issue and problem with girls can lead to an issue and problem with girls, because, and I think that's another part of it too, as to where, the being everybody, like, and I'm not saying I am, I'm just some big ugly nigga, and bitches just like big niggas, right? But that stuff has its downsides too, especially like you said, when you're in that lane, because now you're targeted. So, and also, this is what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
So you bring up, you guys, the height thing, right?
Yeah.
So this is my only I guess valid fucking counter to the height issue.
Mm-hmm.
Men over 6 feet are, I think, make up 10% of men on the planet, right?
Yes.
So even when no matter how much you try and, get outside of that, and I know what women say, women are going to end up with a shorter man under 6 feet 90+% of the time, because, those men,
if they marry, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, if they marry, right, yeah.
Well, not even marry, even being in general relationships. You know what I'm saying? It's short dudes out here with girlfriends every day, B. So that's what I'm saying.
No, I'm not negating that. And I would never say that you can't be successful if you're short, right? It's just, we're just mainly talking about the probability, depending upon on who you are and what your stats are.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying, right? So I guess what the criticism starts coming in is like when you guys have the calculation, which is kind of crazy for, you know what I'm saying? Because if you think about it, like, you know, shit, Floyd Mayweather, right? Who was also another very, very popular Kevin Hart. You know, it's short guys, but
Have you
I know
seen the video? Have you seen a video of Floyd Mayweather? And I forgot who the other athlete was. It
oh
was
yeah, AJ.
yes,
Yeah.
right. So sure, if you're Floyd Mayweather, if you're the one of the world's greatest boxers ever, then yeah, you can be as tall as Ant-Man and still fuck hoes. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Shout out to Tia say her man is shorter than her, the best man she ever had. Look at her. See, there we go. Shout out to the short kings.
Right, but you know, we all know exceptions do not disprove the rule.
Oh, most definitely.
You know, so that's what I'm saying. But my thing with that's no one is saying that a man cannot be shorted. It's not, that's not an impossible thing. But
Okay.
but when we're in a day and age where a large contingent of people are meeting and hooking up via dating apps, and if most of the women on said dating apps set their fucking preferences to 5'11" or 6 foot and over, everybody else can fuck off, then where do we go from there?
Hey, shout out to my man, grown man, business in the building, man. Shout out to GMB, man. Short men and fat women don't have the problems people think they do. That's just my thing, man. Even with the eye test, and I just understand what you guys say from the perspective of desirability, right? But ultimately, what I think people are forced to settle and capitulate, right? Because ultimately, people want to be with someone.
I don't think I think women would if a woman, there's a lot of women out there where if they can't get Chad or Tyrone or something close to it, they'd rather say fuck it, I'm good with this cat, I'm gonna go LGBT,
and a rose toy.
Right. I know I'm being there's a lot of women where like if I can't get that, I'm good.
Well, no, listen. So this is what I'm saying, right?
Hence,
so
hence why 45% of women in the next few years are going to be single. You think they're single because they have to be single or because they chose to be single?
I think it's supposed to be 50% by 2030, right? I think it's 50.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, but whether it's happened, I'm saying is that most of those women they're not single because damn, I just can't get a date tonight or because my inbox is empty. No, they're single because fuck, I damn, I can't get the Chad who fucked me good, and I can't get that Chad. Well, shit, I guess I'm just gonna have nobody.
So that's an interesting point. So that brings me to something I talk about, and I definitely know doesn't get talked about enough, and it's purposely ignored. Film sales.
Oh boy,
what is shit? Oh damn, man,
it's funny.
So what is the take? And why? What's the Blackpill take on film sales?
All it is just film sale. I saw a comment on this Rehab Room stream. I don't know if you know who he is. And the top comment was film sale equals can't get Chad, or it's just basically all it means is that the highly I can't get the attention of the highly attractive men that I want, and therefore, and because I might be unattractive, like let's just, when I'm saying unattractive, I'm saying like maybe I'm fat or homely or whatever, then I just can't get it. I am a femme sale. I cannot have, because I can't have Chad have sex with me, and because I'm so ugly that Chad won't have sex, I can't be practiced for Chad or Tyrone. Then I'm just I guess I'm just a femme sale. I guess I'm just gonna be a femme celibate. That's what a lot of black pillars. I'll speak for the black pill on that. That's kind of because in reality, there's no such thing really as a female incel or a femcel. It's an oxymoron.
Well, that's what I say though, right? So my thing is, there are women that are so undesirable or so mostly like attractiveness. Again, a woman's beauty is her most valuable asset, right? And my thing is, like you said, this is why we have such a huge uptick in, alternative lifestyle participation with women and stuff, because men just aren't finding them attractive. And furthermore, like you said, because of
men aren't finding them attractive.
Men aren't finding them attractive.
Oh no, that's not true. The woman, there was a woman who went and it was on Rehab's room. There was a woman who went viral. There was a big girl, a relatively big white girl. She went viral. And Album Preach actually talked about her and how she was basically saying, hey, you know, I've never had a man ever like really love me or genuinely treat me well and all this other shit. That woman can easily, and she talked about how she only meets guys via like in person or friendships or what have you. That woman can easily go on Tinder and not just find a man to fuck her. She can easily go on Tinder and find her an actual boyfriend, and it will take her less than a few weeks to fucking do it. Easily. Easily.
If that was the case, though, why would she? You know what I'm saying? If it was that easy, you don't think she attempted it and tried it? If anything,
no. It's because part of it's like also entitlement. You like women can sometimes want things to be in a certain way that they want it. It's like weird. I can't speak as to why she hasn't done that specifically, but I'm telling you is that that's something that she can actually do. You can, bro. You can take that girl's photo. You can find that. No one fucking do this, but you can take that girl's photo, find her TikTok or Instagram or whatever, get 4 or 5 random photos, go on Tinder in your hometown right now, and you can find you at least 5 guys, and not 5 ugly guys, but 5 relatively average looking, average appearing dudes who would take her out, and you can find at least one of them who would be willing to be like, yo, I'm actually feeling you if you actually, you know, talk to them or whatever. But my point is that this is not a woman who can't find herself a man who wouldn't find her attractive. That doesn't exist in 2024. And it hasn't existed for a while.
Damn, so basically you saying is like just there's always gonna be a thirsty ass man out there somewhere.
Yes, for you, absolutely.
Okay.
No, and no question. You can take people that have done experiments where they've taken a literal pig woman, a woman who had a pig fucking nose and had hair and shit, and put her on a dating app, and niggas was still trying to fucking holler.
But that's what I'm saying though. So this is what I'm saying, right? So of course we know, usually or whatnot, the more, like you said, the practice, we'll just say practice, right? And that's reserved for women that are usually like a little heavier, you know what I'm saying? And
yeah, but the price, but Mr. Fantastic, inflation, the price has gone up. So for example, take a fat let's just say a quote unquote thick white woman who's really fat, but let's just call her thick.
Okay.
You as a black, especially as a black man, let's put race back into it, especially as a black man, you got to be in shape to fuck her. You can't generally speaking, I know I know my homie, he was fat and he was no, I'm talking generally speaking, you got to be in shape to fuck. And I forgot, I think it was Darius M who said this. A lot of men got to be in shape to fuck fat women.
Oh God.
So now the practice, the practice girls, now Tyrone Lights and dudes that are actually in good shape can fuck those thick practice girls. So you kind of see how everything is kind of raising the bar, so to speak.
Yeah. So again, we get back into the not necessarily this time of, I guess, like invasive species, but you have the heavier predators coming into a new ecosystem and, like you said, messing up for the people lower or whatever, I guess.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. So that's why dudes who, let's just say you're just you are a short, unattractive dude, a short, unattractive woman around your level or maybe somewhere below your level, she done had a dude who was a lot more good looking than you practice on her. So now she's quote unquote, now she perceives that guy to be out of her league. This is simple stuff. I mean, I'm not, but you've probably talked about this. A lot of people have talked about this. This information that I'm saying, this wholeflation shit is now becoming public knowledge. You're gonna have kids in 6th grade and 7th grade on the playground talking about wholeflation. That's how, just like how they talk about Andrew Tate, that's how spread out this information is currently becoming.
Well, hey, if you mention that as a reference point, I can't deny that, because my son asked me, I was surprised when he said something about Andrew Tate, and I was like, how the fuck do you know anything about him? So again, the power of social media and fucking mobile devices, man. So hey, correlating it to the Andrew Tate aspect of it, I wouldn't be surprised.
The kids. I'm telling you, that's why I'm saying this black pill information, this looksism, all this stuff, man. It's like, you know, people can kind of make fun of it and say it's weird, and I can kind of agree with you. There is a weirdness to it. It is strange. I didn't used to look at faces until relatively recently, but when I look at faces and I'm saying, oh shit, it all makes sense. Kids, junior high, high school, and young college, they're going to be way above the curve. They currently are, because especially in college, because you have far more college virgins and incels than there have been in a very, very, I don't know when was the last time you had, you know, 1 in 3, and not just college, but just young men between the ages of 18 and 30, 1 in 3. Now, here's the problem when we talk about, I'm not sure if you, can I say the N-word on your stream?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. We live
Okay.
over here. Man.
Okay, cool. I didn't know. So when we're bringing niggas, right? When we talk about black men specifically, whenever we talk about this topic of incels, they always act like you talking crazy. But number one,
I'm one of them niggas now, because bro, niggas is not.
So there was you ever heard of a content creator named VBS? He came out way back in the day. He hasn't made a video in like years.
No, I don't know about him.
Saint VBS, right, man? I can't take the credit for this term, sexual false consciousness, and I can't. I'm trying to figure out a way to define it. But with black men, there's this notion that every black man is out here getting pussy. We all out here getting pussy. I know a nigga who's ugly as fuck, and every ugly nigga I know is fucking. It's just in the black community, it's just a great big orgy, because not a damn black man that you know for real can ever admit that he doesn't get pussy like that. Mm-hmm. Niggas don't want to admit that they had a dry spell. Niggas don't want to admit that they've ever fucking struggled with hoes. And my theory about this, you ever watch this? You ever watch South Park, Mr. Fantastic?
Yeah.
You remember that South Park episode about the lice?
No, I don't remember.
Where it was the episode. Hope you can hear me. It was the episode where they was about to have a lice inspection at the school, and there was this one character, I forgot which character it was, but he had lice, and they had this little subplot where you get to see the life of the lice inside of his fucking head and shit. It was a really creative episode. And at the end of the episode, because and the kid was hiding that he had lice the whole time, and all the kids were like, "Who's the fucking kid who got the lice? Who got the lice?" And they even did this this thing parody where they were gonna kind of figure out who got the lice, right? At the end of the episode, the teacher came out and was like, "You fucking idiots, all y'all kids got lice." So the thing about black men, here's my theory, is that all these black men talk about, I get pussy. Nuh-uh, you ain't talking about me. I ain't got them problems. Whereas if I were to make a guess, bro, and this is just this is gonna sound like a wild statement, there's a lot of niggas who talk about getting pussy who haven't seen pussy in a very long time.
Damn, brother. Yeah, see, brother, that's wild, brother. That's wild.
It is wild. But I want you to, but hold on, Mr. Fantastic, I need you to think about this openly. Can you name many times where a man has openly admitted, just y'all talking in public, that it's been a long time since he gotten some box?
Well, it's some dumb nigga on YouTube that say he ain't got no pussy in like 6 to 8 months. He said it. I mean, on YouTube, some dudes do admit that. So
no,
I mean,
sure on maybe on YouTube where you're being anonymous, but my point.
Yeah, real life, no. I haven't heard a guy talking about he had, no. I can't, like I said, I can't even remember that in my lifetime. Actually, hearing a man verbalize it in real time in real life, no.
Right. So you mean to tell me that all of these black men just simultaneously are just getting just all this box, and that when it comes to things like the 80-20 rule and all this, it all goes out the window in Blackville with black people. Everybody just getting distributed pussy. Come on, bro. This is not making any sense. The truth of the matter is that the truth of the matter is, and I'll land right here. The truth of the matter is that black men, we put such value on the acquirement of pussy. We don't put that much stock into what we build, and you know, in other kind of more. I'm not going to go like, we don't put them as much stock into other more important things. If me and you are arguing on the street, Mr. Fantastic, it doesn't matter how much money you make. It doesn't matter how many churches you build. It doesn't matter how many books you
ain't getting no pussy, nigga. Yeah,
exactly. That's where the conversation fucking ends.
Yeah.
So obvious. So yes, it makes sense why niggas gonna lie about it. Because guess what? It's a thing that is the pinnacle of what makes you a man, and it's something that niggas can't prove is right or wrong.
Damn, that's crazy, yo. But like I said, I think that brings us full circle back to the unfortunate situation as to where the black man is identified and valued through, you know, it begins and ends with his dick, which is crazy. But I don't think, well, I know for a fact no other man on the planet is valued and measured that way.
Nope, even with other races. That's why we gotta have, and I'm not trying to, no homo. That's why we gotta be big to get in pornography. But you know, Chad and all them white boys, they could just be normal and walk into it and get a porn contract. We gotta be fucking, you know what I'm saying? So even how we're looked at differently, even by, you know, other women. Like that's what I'm saying about the whole apex thing. So when white girls say,
you wild, hello, brother, I gotta hit you, brother. That's wild, brother.
Your relationship with your children.
my God.
That's wild.
Is it false?
It's not false, but just saying it, brother. Oh God.
You gay. Y'all niggas are gay. Nigga, you gay. That's gay.
It's just a little drop. I had to drop, brother.
Hey, I mean,
and listen, man. Shout out to, you know, you really don't, you can't listen. Again, man, I don't like girl on girl porn, bro. That shit is not what's saying to me. Again.
I mean, I'm anti porn. I think porn is I try not to watch it. I'm trying to wean myself off of that shit because I think it wires us to be cucks.
Well, that's an interesting theory, to be cucks. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, because you the act is you getting off on a dude fucking another girl.
Oh, okay. No,
I'm not calling. I'm just saying, you know,
the psychological part of
yes.
it, and if you really go back to it, yeah, it is one of the ultimate forms of debauchery. Yeah, but yeah. So shit, we talked about everything. So let's just touch on a couple aspects of the actual interview, right? Not the interview, but the debate. So we had Pluto and the what does he call y'all? Not the congregation. What he
calls us the oh fuck not the brotherhood. What does he call us? God damn it! Why am I blanking?
I feel bad. Yeah, I'm blanking too. It's something like, it's not the Federation, but it's something with an "un" on the end of it.
Oh shit! It's gonna fuck me. God, what does he call us?
What the hell does Base Pluto call the Fellowship? That's what it is. The Fellowship.
Yeah, the fella. The fella. Yeah. It's like I like it because it's like he's Magneto, the Fellowship of Evil Mutants.
Yeah. Shout out to Yusuf Samir for the 5. I greatly appreciate it, brother. Don't black women outnumber black men by 2 million. If you can't get a black woman out here, something's wrong with you. Well, no, it's not. And again, that number's overblown. It's not 2 million, bro. It's like just over 1 million. When you do the math, just like more women than men in the country is like only 1%. So, and even then, it's just not whatever. But the whole aspect of it, bro.
But the problem with even that number is, first of all, you got to talk about black men and black women of dating age. And when you take a look at black men and black women of dating age, I would argue that there's probably more or less black women, because a lot of black women already knocked themselves out by having kids, in my opinion. So, but anyways, but I don't want to have to go down that whole rabbit hole.
Yeah, cool. Shout out to Ed Unchained. Fantastic. Don't believe I'm an incel. I am dog. Yeah, I don't believe you, nigga. Again, you a big dark skinned country nigga in the South. You good, brother. You just, I mean, hey. But so yeah, let's talk about a couple of things. So the whole thing came about. I'll just give people the framework again. So the first thing came about because unfortunately, Base was given false information concerning Daquan about him being a violent felon or whatnot, what have you. And pretty much why you say there wasn't a big back and forth between the two is because once he found out that was false, it pretty much took all of the energy out of it for him, because that was his, he has his own personal deep personal reasons as to how and why, you know, he doesn't like those type individuals. So after that was cleared up to be not the case, he pretty much turned it over to you guys, and you guys tried to you know, moderate it as much as possible and have, you know, as much of a debate as you possibly could.
We tried. Now, did you see you? And I don't think that you did from what I saw, but did you see afterward Daquan's POV of the stream? Because he posted it, and you actually got to see our avatars. And there was one, I'm not gonna say his, well, there was one in particular who came up and cammed up, and Daquan ended up basically roasting him for the entire rest of the stream, and that's why.
Well, actually, how I found out about it was the one that individual who went off like because they're sleeping with you.
Yeah, man. I was like, I'm like, yo, like, I'm like, man, you do realize you're just straight up putting a show for these guys. But I mean,
God,
I'm like,
and the thing about it was, you know, I'm not a Blackpill guy or whatever, so I, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't aware. And I actually, even though, you know, I think it would have been a thing because shout out, man. I mean, regardless of what you guys think of Daquan, man, the dude's hilarious. He's I guess like an amateur comedian or whatever, but you know, his content was all comedy.
yeah, I look, and I gave, here's my thing, man. I will give, even if I don't agree with you, I'll give you credit. I mean, the dude, you know, has become successful in you know, the social media and all that. In terms of comedy, he never made me laugh. I actually made that nigga laugh a couple times in the stream, and I don't think he gave me credit for it. But no, he did. But no, I mean, yeah, I mean, shout out to him for the success. But in terms of comedy, I couldn't. It wasn't.
Well, like you said, the whole trolling aspect of it, and the fact of the matter that that's even a thing, right? His whole thing is like troll energy, and he, you know, clowns other people, clowns himself, all these different things.
Well, you can't. Well, as a man, the thing about it is, look, man, people. I'm not trying to be. This isn't the after school special moment, but this stuff, this incel stuff, this, because it's not just about incel. It's not just about Blackpill lookism. It's also about lonely men. It's about men who are in despair. It's about men who
are considering, considering self-harm and serious stuff like that. So,
eating bullets. So when you're coming up on a stream about topics like this, where, you know, a lot of, where, you know, you got dudes like, man, say what you will, dudes like Base Pluto, you know, like I would argue does save people's lives. And when you're coming up on a stream and you say that you're going to have a serious conversation, that you want to help them and you want to help men out, and then you shucking and jiving and cooning, then and you do that repeatedly, I can't, you know what I mean? Like I've lost. I don't really think that you're a man of integrity, if I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't think you can mix those two things together.
Yeah, I understand that. But like I said, that's when I went back to look at the thing, and he said like he was just going to go in trolling and not having that thing or whatever. And I guess you guys didn't take that for face value and thought he was going to graduate from that. But the whole time, like for him, it was just a, you know, I don't want to say an easy target or easy kill.
It wasn't an easy target. I mean, it wasn't, if you were, the shit that he was saying, number one, when I asked him how the last 5 hoes that you fucked, dude, the last 5 hoes a guy like him probably fucked were probably via social media, more than likely. We all know this. Guys like Fresh and like, we know that the majority of how people meet and how people get fucked is via, especially if you're on that caliber, is more than likely through social media.
So pause right there, just real quick. So let's dwell right there, just real quick, and then we'll move it along. Okay. Now I've had the same argument, right? So and you know, I'm an older cat, so people try to tell me that like you're gonna have, it's some way that you're possibly going to have more effectiveness and more success in going out and trying to actually meet women like in person. And I'm like, bro, you're fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like you're like you just and it lets me know like they're so far off, and they're you know, they're in a relationship and they haven't been out here in the market, or they're just so, you know, stuck to the old way. Go ahead, my bad.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Go ahead, bro.
Oh, you got it. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. But here's the funny thing, right? I actually approach, say what you will, a dude in the chat, he was like a meme. He asked me if I touch grass. I actually do approach women in person. And anybody who currently approaches women in person, Mr. Fantastic, I'll ask you, what is the thing that women are doing 80 to 90% of the time when you approach them?
Give it social media. That's it, and going about your way.
No, I'm saying what are they doing when you approach them out in person, out in the quote unquote field? What are they doing usually?
On their phone.
Yeah. So people talking about, oh, go in real life, go out in real life. Well, even in real life, you're still having to quote unquote compete with their phone, with the smartphone. And this was something, and this was even Roosh talked about this. Roosh fucking years ago talked about the death of how the iPhone and the smartphone was a death of game. Like he actually broke that down far fucking in advance. It was so bad he went to Jesus.
Yeah, because Roosh V, right? He used to be a
Roosh
big
V, yes.
guy, and yeah, now But well, and that's what I'm saying, man. So like, I try to tell people this, being that, I was married for some time, got divorced, and just looking at the dating market from early 2000s, early and mid 2000s, like 2010s or whatnot to now, bro, it's literally night and day. Like, bro, you literally can't get away from social media with a woman, even if it's a woman you meet, let's just say, in person, field work or whatever you want to call it. Bro, she's gonna post pictures, she's gonna, send you DMs, she's gonna message you and stuff like that through that. And then, bro,
they live a much, and somebody in the chat, and to clarify, I'm not saying that you're competing with the phone. They're not like a toddler. You're competing with not just social media, but this is a term, and maybe you've heard of this term. I did coin this term, the invisible tournament. Have you heard of that?
You borked out a little bit. Say it again. The invisible what now?
Damn it. Oh no, the invisible tournament.
No, I haven't heard of that. So
the invisible tournament is essentially it's exactly what it is. But if, let's say, you do have a positive interaction with a woman out in person, you get her number, right? And you think it's like, okay, I got her number. Okay, cool. I'm gonna text her later today, tomorrow, whatever, right? You are competing in a tournament, an invisible tournament, if you will, of all of the other men in her phone in like Mortal Kombat style. It's not 1-to-1, but there are other men, the men who she's currently fucking, the man who she fucked not too long ago, maybe an ex, a college athlete in her DMs, this Chad or this Tyrone in her Hinge, this other Chad in her Bumble. Like, it's an influx of men that you're now in the queue. And more than likely, I mean, just the fact that you had to code approach her and do all this, and you had to be charming, you had to be witty, and you had to, like quote unquote run game. The fact that you had to do all that makes you kind of behind the 8 ball more times than not, because the men who she really wants didn't need to do all that goofy shit that you fucking had to do. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, pre-selection is king. It's king, man. A woman that's attracted to you and she lets you know without a doubt, that's the only way to not get, to completely totally lose or waste time in a situation. Because like I said, once you approach her and you have to convince her and all this other shit and la. Yeah, man. But shout out, man, Kane Goody for the 2, man. Good show, fantastic, man. I appreciate you guys coming up with the support. Make sure you guys hit the like button for me. So
but we was talking about the debate.
Yeah. So so back to the debate aspect of it. So you guys started having to, Pluto's pretty much out of it because he doesn't matter, and you're doing a damn good job of moderating, by the way. Yeah, until you got pissed off.
I was trying to be fair. I was
serious. Like, this nigga not being serious, so I'm not gonna be fucking serious either. Fuck it. Man, not gonna understand it, man. But I think that was his thing, to just as much time as he could get or whatever, and entertain his audience was his.
I get it, man. I understand it, but at the same time, I think that, I'll be honest with you, I walked away feeling having a lot less hope for niggas than when I came into it.
You fucked up. Oh, you got hope for niggas. It's over with, man. Niggas.
No, I didn't have any, but it was kind of like, I didn't realize how stupid a lot of us were.
Yeah, I'll say that. Yeah, Yeah, listen, bro. Shout out to my man Andre 416 Reform. Appreciate your brother for the Canadian 7, brother. If they're bad enough, you're competing with men worldwide. Dudes are flying Instagram hoes out now. Yeah, that's another thing too. That whole aspect of it. Again, bro, there is no hometown sweetheart anymore, bro. Do you remember the Home Depot girl?
Oh, I remember, and I remember that Shaq was in her DMs. It was
Yeah,
over.
and her dumbass told spilled the beans that Shaq was in her DMs and pretty much
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
bro, there was a girl who was on Raya and Ben Affleck slid into her DMs, and she thought it was fake, and then he ended up sending a fucking video. Literally, Bruce Wayne himself, Ben Affleck, just some Norman. And I don't remember this girl being like fine. It was just some regular girl. I'm like, nigga, you was fucking Jennifer Lopez, and what the fuck? What?
And
How are you?
and bro, that is and shout out to Zero, man. You don't know this guy, but he just does content in his spare time or whatever. He's a content creator, but whenever he feels like it. And he said some of the most profound shit that unless he was out here, so he knew, and that's his field. He's in tech, so he knows, right? So when he said this originally, and it was like, bro, no way you're telling me that fucking Carl Anthony Towns or Joel Embiid or whoever your favorite NBA star and NFL star and celebrity or whatever is out here, Drake, right, is out here dipping and dabbling in your little hometown.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Like to even fathom that doesn't register. But then you like, hold on, how the fuck she work at motherfucking, she work at Popeyes. This bitch smell like chicken grease every day. She can't afford no trip to motherfucking Dubai. She can't afford no trip to, how the hell she get in box seats at the goddamn at the playoffs game? She in a box seat at the playoffs game?
Yeah, and you can have two, and also, and that's the thing, and this is just like the divide between your average a man and a woman, like your average man and your average woman. Let's just say the woman is like cute. Let's say she's a cute white girl. She's like a true 6, but maybe she's a 7 with makeup, and she has a coworker, and they both work at Target. These two people work at Target. They clock in the same amount of hours. They both work together. They both have the same benefits and all this other shit. But outside of that, their lives are completely fucking different. They literally step into two parallel dimensions. This girl can travel and has sugar daddies and has shit paid. She ain't got to really, I'm not saying that she's not going to have worries, but my point is she has the upward potential to dine with kings, and not literal kings, but like kings relatively speaking.
Yeah.
And the guy on the other hand has to claw in like in every aspect. Socially, things are way fucking harder. And so when they come back from the weekend, they both had the same few days off, and then Jenny says, "Oh man, how was your weekend, Steve?" And Steve got like, I just played Fortnite all weekend, and just hung out and my ate some pizza while she traveled. She did this. And that is part of the divide that is pushing men and women further and further away from each other. Is how they're not even in the same like fucking universe in regards to their experiences.
Yeah. Wild, man. So shout out to Will's Wardrobe for the 2. I greatly appreciate you, brother. That happened with the Home Depot chick. Yeah, man, she fucked up the bag. She didn't know no better. She was so innocent and naive that she didn't know she wasn't supposed to let the world know Shaq was, sending her encouraging words in her DM. All right.
Yeah, no, I mean it's crazy. But what I was also gonna say, here's what's a little darker. What's a little darker is, there are now currently more porn stars than ever before in human history. Currently.
Oh, wow.
And when I'm saying porn, I'm talking because of things like OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Because before, when you were in, I don't know about you, but there was a lot of baddies when I went to university. And I can't imagine a time where I can find out that baddie has an OnlyFans, or and for $5.99 I could see what them titties look like. Before I can only either I can fuck her or I gotta holler at her or whatever. Maybe my homie smash or whatever. But we're in a very, very different time where now there's all these quote unquote sex workers, and now not only are men more likely to, if they are going to marry a woman, there's a good chance that she did OnlyFans. There's a good chance that she did, sugar babying and what have you. And part of that world is getting fucked by porn stars. So now, these men who, even if you do, basically what I'm saying is to land, if you are a normal man and you somehow end up with a woman, it's not far out of the blue for her to have dealt with an actual porn star. So yes, even not just Drake, but actual porn stars, you're actually competing against those guys as well. Guys who fuck for a living.
Yeah, that's wild. That's what I tell y'all, man. Still, brother, whenever you in that pussy, brother, you definitely got to every single solitary time.
Don't let every man hit the bottom of your vagina, the root of your vagina.
But they don't know about the bottom. They don't know about the bottom.
Yeah,
You got to get to the bottom of that pussy, man. Again, you got to have a woman sexually addicted to you and linked to you in a fucking, again, bro.
But Mr. Fantastic. But let me ask you this, bro. I'm 100% agreeing with you, but here's the problem. The problem is most men are only fucking less than 7-8 times a year.
That's crazy, man.
You got call it. Listen, let me ask you this: Are there more dudes fucking every other day, or more dudes that are fucking only about 7-8 times a year?
You definitely were. I would have to agree with that, man. So this is
And
it. I give brothers the credit, right? So this is what I say. And some brothers have it this way, be it career, be it time, be it whatever, a lot of things. But all bullshit aside, a lot of it is attractiveness and their ability to, deal with women and whatnot, right? So I think there are dudes that, are on like a monthly basis with the pussy, right? Be it, genuine, be it tricking or whatever. There's some brothers that's out here like that. And then you have your brothers that, usually, saying that's why I think that's a big reason why dudes act like they don't want a girl, but they definitely want one, because with a girl comes in-house pussy for the most part, and even if you, let's just say, even if you are only getting it, let's just say once a week. Now, like you said, you went from 8 times a year to motherfucking 48. You feel what I'm saying? Because she gives up the pussy at least once a week. You know what I'm saying? And maybe
right. No, go ahead. You was gonna say maybe what?
Yeah, and maybe she might skip a day or whatever the period or something goes, or you guys have a either way, you've literally quadrupled and quintupled your actual access to vagina, even if it's the same vagina.
Right. If that's saying if you're able to be in a relationship for a year, but the thing about it is, I said 7-8 times a week. You know what that is for a lot of guys, Mr. Fantastic? 7-8 times a year. You want to know what a lot of guys would call that?
A year? I don't know. What would they call it?
They would call it a really fucking good year. I'm going on mute for a little bit. I need you to marinate on that. There's a lot of men out there where if they fuck 7 to 8, I'm talking to your chat. If they fuck 7 or 8 times that year, and they're looking back, it's December 31st, and they're looking back on the year, they be like, damn, I fucked 7 8. I fucked about 8 times this year.
So when you say time, a good year. Is that actual penetrating vagina or is that?
Yes, I'm saying if they had 7 to 8 shit, if they had 7 to 8 women man. Most dudes can't even. A lot of these dudes can't even fucking fathom 8 women individually wanting for them to fuck them. They can't even conceptualize that concept in their fucking brain.
Yeah, man. Listen, man.
I'm here telling you.
And like I said, my heart goes out to those brothers, man. But like, damn, bro, that's not even pussy per month, bro. That's crazy to me. But hey, yeah, I mean that's some brothers.
Tell an incel or dude who's been an incel for a while. Hey man, next year, hey man, would you be cool with fucking 7 or 8 times next year? He would be like, hell yeah.
Damn, bro, that would be like.
He'd be looking every other month. He'd be rubbing his hands like Birdman, like, oh boy, I can't wait for me to get my bi-monthly pussy. Ooh,
wow,
boy.
That's crazy, man. Damn. But you know, like I said, when you put it like that,
Because
I
it
guess
sounds good. Because
yeah.
it sounds good. You haven't had it for some guys go. It sounds good.
You know, bro, that's crazy, man.
It's real.
So
That's what it is.
what's the black? So one thing that you guys do, you know, promote. You know what I'm saying? Or I won't say you guys, but I say a number of the black pill ideology does promote tricking, or you know, paying women for their services.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, some men are for it. I'm neutral on it. I was kind of going back and forth. I'm neutral on it now.
Yeah,
I think
me personally, it's not for me, but I don't shame brothers or whatever that do it, as long as you're dealing with women, biological women, fully
right,
women,
exactly. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Because some of these dudes out here, man, you know, I didn't know there was a man. Mother, get the fuck out of here, man. You know there was a fucking man. You know what I mean? Come on, bro. Come on. You saw the knuckles on that motherfucker. But yeah, man, the whole tricking aspect, and brothers saying like, hey man, listen, well, you know, I'm not really trying to be in a relationship with a chick, or you know, get emotionally attached in these things. I just need the service of, you know, getting this fucking pressure out my back, you know, sending out my sack. Why not just fucking break the fucking bread off? So do you see there being a problem though with younger men taking this approach versus, you know, more traditional ways of actual interaction, actual desire, and how does that play into the I guess the more realistic version of the OnlyFans culture, right? Because OnlyFans is like, hey, you got to pay me to virtually, you know what I'm saying, which I believe that shit right there in itself is just, oh my god, that's the worst shit ever. And that's why I at least respect the tricking dudes. Out of all the dudes that
well, here's the thing, right? So when you're saying tricking, how much are we talking about per piece?
no, I don't know. Like I said, I mean, only price I ever heard of, brother, was $40. So I don't know.
No, that's like a meme. It's not. It's like there. If you were to go on like SA, or as CGA calls it, the junior college, women might meet a guy for 300, 400, 500, or in sometimes a 1K.
Bro, that's crazy. That's too much for pussy though, bro. Come on, man. And this is a professional woman. Like, this is her thing.
I'm saying it's quote unquote like a PPM. It's a pay per meet. So you meet with her, and then you may spend a few hours with her, whatever, and then you do what you do or whatever, and then
see that to me, man, it's just like, and like I said, man, I'm not saying I had a lot of pussy.
It depends on the caliber, because I would say this: if you're a dude who is an average looking dude, and let's say if you make pretty good money, and if I told that average looking dude, hey bro, give me $400, you make good money, right? Okay, you give me $400 and you can fuck a girl that looks like one of the girls that Drake would probably fuck. I think some guys would take that deal.
Oh yeah, a lot of niggas will take that deal.
Right. So that is kind of what we're looking at. That's what we're looking at. Because you're not these guys, you know, who go to the junior college or the SA or whatever, they're not necessarily dealing, they're not dealing with a woman. So where I wouldn't pay to fuck that girl. But then there's some girls where it's like, okay, if I told you, hey bro, if I told you, Mr. Fantastic, I can pluck Holly Berry from 1994, the Flintstones Holly Berry, I can pluck her from the past, and you can fuck her, but it'll cost you $400 to fuck that version of Holly Berry. Would you do it?
Hey man, bro, I didn't. Hey man, that Halle Berry right there, man. My listen, my religion just will not allow me, bro. I just for real. I mean, low key, like, you know, but
that's what I'm. But hold on. You ain't even got to. You ain't got to give me the answer. You ain't got to give me the answer. But you see how your brain kind of went like,
yeah, definitely, right. Like contemplate just $400 for fucking prime fucking Halle Berry,
right. So you have to. So when guys are doing this. So now you gotta understand the mindset. You're going from being a guy. Guys with money are not necessarily incel, but a lot of these guys are close to incel in that, like, if they didn't have the money, they'd be fucking assed out, right? So these are guys who innately are non-select. These are guys that women just, it's still hard for them, even if they got money. It's still very, very fucking hard for them for the most part. So you're going from a man who has to struggle to get even a woman who's like even in your league or someone below you. It's like you got to go through hoops even to get this girl. You go from that to paying, I don't know, a fraction of your weekly salary to date a woman who was like close to being like your dream girl or somewhere close to your actual preference, your actual true preference of what you want. That's why I can see where the logic of the whole paper play trick and bet.
Yeah, because like you think about that, you saying that, man, if I got, let's say I'm making well over 100 grand a year, like and I'm established, and you gave me an opportunity with prime fucking Halle Berry, bro, I'm gonna be doing a lot of trickonomics and tricknastics to make, because
you gonna create a budget.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because I know it's Halle Berry, so I'm spending at least 400 on the night out. So if I'm just
but you don't even have to but bro, in this case, you don't even have to do that. It could just be you and Halle Berry just.
No, that's what I'm saying, and that will be the rationale that I use to excuse my tricking on that. Because I'm like, bro, it's fucking Halle Berry.
Excuse it to you, but I'm saying, like, but you have your reasons, but ultimately it's a to me it just makes sense. Now the reason why I'm not for it is because most men are not there financially. It's not something that is wise for most men to use as a primary way of getting women. I don't think that should be I don't think that tricking for any man below a certain dollar amount yearly, I don't think that should be the primary way in which you acquire the peace leave.
Okay. Shout out to Rocky N for the 5. I greatly appreciate you, brother. I remember the years ago when Solo TV interviewed Blackpill J. He talked about the Invisible Tournament. It was like 2018 or earlier. Damn, so you a veteran for real.
Yeah, I've been here for I'm sorry, I was looking at Ed Unchained in his comment. I've been here for a minute, man, and my thoughts and beliefs and things kind of sort of changed, but I've been off this whole game confidence. That veil was pulled from me a number of years ago. Back in that wasn't in 2018. I believe that was 2020 because I had moved at the time.
Okay. Cool. Shout out to Ed Unchained for another two. Greatly appreciate you, brother. I probably fucked 20 times in my whole life at 34 years, brother. I don't think you're applying yourself, brother. Shout out to Nigga L, man. Yeah, out of all the people that trick, the OnlyFans tricks, the strip club tricks, all this other shit, I respect the dudes that actually, get what they pay for, quote unquote, in real life over everything. Because
but I mean the now the OnlyFans. Now what's the psychology behind the OnlyFans is it kind of comes from a pseudo light girlfriend. I'm talking to this person, she's sending me nudes experience. Like it's just a girlfriend light. It's like I can talk to, it's like, dang, I have a crush on this girl, whatever, or I like this girl and I always see her. I'm able to talk to her for just, I only got to pay $5.99.
Yeah, man. And that's what I feel like I wouldn't say put the blame on, but I would definitely put some of the responsibility on us, to where it's just like, look, bro, the same way you say it, right? I don't have an issue and problem with you. If you choose a trick, but let that be your very, very last motherfucking option, bro. Let that be like, hey, you on a drought and this bitch just so bad and the price is so good and so right and it's so reasonable that, well, okay, it's just a win-win on all sides.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It needs to be something right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. absolutely.
But
It needs to be. You don't do it, and if you look at the woman and you're like, don't. No, there should be no doubt in your mind that you really want to fuck this girl or whatever, right?
Yeah, and then like you said, man, because that that cheat code, man, I think it just furthers the fucking divide, and it actually encourages the fucking predatory ways of women when it comes to sex. What I know you guys are suffering from, that earlier generations are suffering from, is the weaponization of sex against men now. As to
The
where everything,
weaponization, it's an exploitation. Is more so it's an exploitation of male loneliness. There's actually, the thing about it is actually kind of sick. Is there's actually a male loneliness crisis, suicide rates, and there's actually a crisis. And instead of actually trying to fix the problem, because this problem is going to trickle down to like society. When you have a large contingent of men dropping out because there's no hope that they can. I mean, most people go to work and grind and go and they're on the fucking 30th floor of a skyscraper, like, welding shit. Most of these guys, these were not usually, when you see these black and white photos, these are not single men up on a skyscraper working on a fucking Empire State Building. These were men with families mostly. These were men with children.
Mm-hmm.
The men who fought in World War II, the men who usually men who go off and do dangerous things and the hard shit that we don't want to do, usually they're doing it because they got a wife, they got a girlfriend at home that they're fucking writing letters to back in Nam. They usually got something to fucking fight for. It's like that song it's like that Mulan song, a girl worth fighting for. That's usually why motherfuckers work. You work for so when you eliminate that, when it's only the Chads and the Tyrones and the get money niggas and the club promoting niggas and the athletes and shit, when they're the only ones cleaning up, when they're the only ones able to have a family, and those are the only type of guys that women want to commit to, and all these other men are just fucking assed out, you can't turn around and ask why are there no men who want to work and be welders and do all these other. No, because you've removed a large part of their incentive
for that. So that's another interesting point, right? So masculinity is coupled with industry, right? And usually a lot of the time what a man picks for his way of making an honest living, right, his career path and whatnot. Do you see, with that being the understanding that you're having, do you see that transition of going from blue collar labor and more hands-on stuff to the tech industry and just more white collar or not as heavily labor intensively? Do you see that being a big thing?
Not a big thing. I mean, to my knowledge, I mean, I'm not super into tech. I mean, I just know what I kind of hear in passing. But I mean, I know we have AI, and there's a big conversation about what jobs AI are going to be taking from guys in tech. So I think that because of that, right? I mean, there's because of that, I still think that blue collar kind of still has its place. So I'm not gonna. I would assume so, but even those jobs, I mean, I don't know. I just think that men. My whole thing is, I just think that men, especially young men, are slowly but steadily dropping out, no matter what field, whether it's white collar or blue collar.
Okay. So just more men just dropping out of the work market.
Yeah, or just kind of doing the bare minimum. Maybe they might be working or what, or it's
not towards anything. It's just survival, basically. Like, hey, keep say food, clothing, shelter, and that's it.
Yeah, because you gotta be able to at least see the light you gotta at least be able to have the possibility. Like somebody like me, like I wouldn't call myself an incel, but I know that if I didn't have certain things physical about me, I would probably be super close to being an incel, if not be an incel. So I'm a person who is fortunate to have had some success or whatever. But I'm able to at least see them light at the end of the tunnel, because I don't have a family, I don't have kids. But I can only imagine if I was a guy who has rarely ever or haven't had success in years, it's like, would I still have the same drive. I don't know, maybe I would, but probably not. The point of the matter is that you got to kind of give men something. If you take away that hope, if you like, a lot of these men are just walking out here in darkness, because it's like, damn, it's like I like a lot of these men, Mr. Fantastic, legitimately haven't had a hug or a kiss in a very long time. Like, they haven't had any real positive physical reinforcement from the opposite sex. And you want to tell him that he needs to go out there and work hard and bust his ass?
Yeah.
And he's never had that?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying, man. I say this and I stress this all the time. Men and women equally, but more so the men. The mental health, man, and the emotional healthiness of just no one cares. People don't understand that. People think that, you can just, oh, I'm good, I'll just get by, I can just this, and I can just, just work, no fucking Rihanna, and then you're gonna be okay at the end of the day. Like you said, you go home to your empty apartment with just yourself, no family, nobody, and faking it, right? For the gram or whatever. So I think it's one of those big things that they're starting. The only way they're going to start caring and actually start doing something about it is when the women start having the same issues, like you said, that 50% of the women are going to be single by 2030 or whatnot. When more women start getting depressed to the point of where, because of course, men have higher, suicide rates, but women take more antidepressants and more mental health or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But and suicide attempts. But yeah, man, I just
women are gonna go poly. Well, women are now. The thing about it is, like, the thing is already kind of self-correcting. Women are going poly. They're going the rainbow route. They're already kind of sharing men. Women would do anything. Women would do so many avenues to avoid getting with an average man. An average man is there used to be a time where we used to say alpha fucks beta bucks. So if I can't get the alpha Chad or the alpha Tyrone, okay, I'll settle with beta Billy. Now, in that space between alpha fucks and beta bucks, there's a whole lot of other shit that women would rather do than settle for a guy who's actually on their level, who can provide a decent income. And that's what I was saying earlier, is that they would, a lot of these women would rather be singles. It's like these women have a lot of these women have a heavy disdain and hatred for the average man. It's like they low-key don't really think that you exist. And if you do exist and you're presented in front of them, or if you approached him, there's something subconsciously that they kind of hate you because you're not that guy who, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's this weird fucking thing, man. Okay. But that's just my kind of theory. I mean, you could flag me on that, but
I don't know. Well, hey, man, the people are asking if you would take some, I guess, comments or what's the name from the chat. You want to drop the link and come up?
You can drop the link, man. I would love that. You could definitely drop the link, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. There we go. So I know you got, what I mean, we'll keep you up too much. I know you got.
Yeah, man, it's all good. I had a 6:30, but she but she moved it to 8. And no, this is not somebody coming over to smash. This is something different. So I got time, man.
Okay.
Yeah,
so yeah, man, and I appreciate you, bro. And like I said, it's interesting because, like I said, I'm learning so much. Because pretty much, like I said, the only thing of the black pill that's been explained to me is like, hey, man, those guys are like, women aren't this, women aren't that, and can't get no pussy, and you're doomed. And if you're short and you're ugly, just go in the corner and die type shit, right?
No, I would never say that, man. Yeah, but now there is a common there is a trope or a saying in the black pill that it's like it's over, and yeah, that's a real thing. But over could just be talking about a certain context. So for me, for example, there was a time where I can get on Tinder and I could actually get a date off of Tinder. Now there's some times I'll be on Tinder and I don't even get a match. So I can say, damn, bro, it's over for me on Tinder. Like, it's, simple shit like that.
Okay, so it's not always just an actual like life itself altogether. It's okay. It's
it's more so like in a context, like bro, like it's over. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like it's a fucking saying, bro.
Okay. Well, let me get some of the brothers in here. Shout out to Free Game in the building. What's up, your Free Game? Go ahead, brother.
Hey, Blackpill J, where you from?
I'm from Southern California, sir.
Bro, you don't know what you talking about, bro.
Oh shit.
What
You
did I
don't.
say? What did I say that was that rubbed you the wrong way?
Bro, in the South, like, bro, it is not like you talking about in the South. It's like I think people that live in California and the West, in New York and stuff, like y'all have a totally different life from
Well,
what we have.
we all have a different life, sir. But what was it specifically that I said?
Uh, bro, I know girls that are strippers, bro. 40K followers having sex with dudes that I know that don't even make $600 a week, are not physically pleasant. Like, bro, like
So let
what
me
you talking about, bro?
let me
It
ask
don't it don't
let me
it
ask
don't apply. It don't apply down here, bro.
let me
It
ask this
it
question.
really don't.
Okay, cool. So let me ask you this question: are strippers fucking ugly, broke, fat dudes with no bread? Is this the exception or the norm?
Bro, it's the norm.
Hey,
I
Mr.
know bad. I know bad females having sex with
I
average
agree.
dudes.
That's the normal. I agree. I mean, I don't assume
I
just because of strippers they got
average.
ballers.
I know a baddie, 20, same age me. I'm 30. She 28. Bro, she's having sex with a 20-year-old.
And this is the problem when, especially, and I normally deal with this. I'm not saying that white boys don't do it. It's just usually niggas who do it. It's usually black dudes who do it. We always go with, I know a guy, I know niggas in my hood, niggas in my city. We always talk about the, like, bro. And I said this on the Quan stream. I know a nigga who's 5'8" who can windmill dunk. I know a few of them growing up. But it's weird to take these things where we know that, you know, that things like this happen. Hell, there was a porn star on World Star Hip Hop who talked about how she fucked her Uber driver. Now really quickly, we've all probably have heard stories where porn stars or girls have fucked their Uber driver. Hell, I used to drive for Lyft, and I had sex with one of my fucking passengers. Not there, but later on. But is this a normal fucking thing? I would say no. But y'all got it.
Bro, let me jump in here right
Bro,
quick because I hear what you're saying, but you gotta remember strippers come in different type of people. Now I don't make this about strippers, but there's some girls who strip and yeah, they only fuck with whatever they fuck with, the D boys and all that stuff. But there's also girls who actually have regular boyfriends that they just decided to start stripping. And they did some normal ass things.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying all strippers are the same. I'm just saying, yeah, there's a good portion of them. They're a mixed bag of why they're doing it and their life situation as they go into it. It's a mixed bag with strippers. I don't want to make this about
agree with you on
strippers,
that. I would absolutely agree with you.
bro, in the South, like niggas, this women don't like skinny dudes like that down here, bro.
Do skinny dudes fuck in the South?
Yeah,
I'm in the South.
everybody fucking in the South.
Everybody's fucking.
Hey, wait, hold on. You heard it here. I've never heard this before. Apparently, incels don't exist in the South.
Not in Black America. Not as much in Black America.
Bro, the anime dudes are the anime. Okay.
Hold on. Let me make sure the brother don't.
They don't exist in the South.
Yeah, let's make sure we give him time to rebut. Don't bombard him. Don't go 2-on-1 or whatever. So again, we're gonna address this because, like he said, this is what niggas do. And what's the name of the theory again? Blackpill J.
It's called sexual false consciousness. I didn't come up with it, but yeah.
So I guess what he's saying is niggas in the South have sexual false consciousness, myself included. Because again, man, that's why I didn't fight you on it. But like he said, man, just here I think it's different, and but go ahead. What's your take, Blackpill J? Just what I mean, go ahead.
No, my new take is now. Whenever I thank you for the information, because now when I come across an incel, my advice would be, hey man, just go to the South. There's incels don't exist down there. So
well, Blackpill J, why you bullshit, brother?
I can't help it. No, but I mean, but to be fair, let me not troll. I just think this is just goes with what I was saying earlier. I think that you know, in the South, you got a large, you know, it's a lot of black men there, and I think that you can't be the one guy who can actually be honest in these conversations. You can't. So it's always going to be everybody that I know in my hood is getting boxed because we're all afraid of being the one kid in a fucking classroom who says they got lice.
Yo,
I
Mr.
mean,
Panda,
yeah, and they hit the
That's a
same chick
lie.
to do that. Nah,
yo, look at
they'll
that.
hit the same
Honestly,
chick too. You know what I'm saying?
guys are really more open about letting their homeboys know that, hey, I'm in a drought. So I really don't see that. And honestly, we're not saying nobody in the South is really incel. We're just saying the numbers are drastically like exaggerated. We know it's guys out there not getting pussy, but the average black guy can get some coochie. It's a few minority that just can't make it happen. It's only a few of them, but we're making it seem like, see, the white community, they have a huge incel problem because they have a lot of like overly nerdy guys, fat guys, basement dwellers. You got to remember, it's a lot of white people. Black people, yeah, it might be a kind of significant number of dudes that can't get none, but just can't get none, or 8 to 7 times a year. Goddamn, that's a small percentage. Most black dudes can make some shape.
Wait, can I jump in here right quick?
And I agree with you. I want to say, Devin, because I'm not here to just if you don't say a good point, and I hear what you're saying, but I do think that one difference, maybe Prime who said it. I think one difference is, well, I mean, he didn't say this point, I don't think, is that black men, our standards are on average a lot lower than.
Oh my God!
I didn't say
a
that.
Man is
no,
a
no,
man,
no.
A man is a man, bro. Whatever we do, the rest of the niggas do it too. White
Hold
men,
on, wait a second.
They might got little cultures in.
So he got that off of me saying that.
No, I'm not.
They'll smash the same chick or whatever, like run a train or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that's pretty common too.
I ain't never did no train.
But niggas would get some pussy to do that.
There's some men
we know that niggas that would do that. You know.
Yo, but he said something earlier about him saying there being more black men of dating age than black women, which was false. There's more women of dating age in Black America.
No, I agree with you, but I was
I get what you're going. I get what you're going, but let me finish this point right quick.
Let him finish. Hey,
let me finish this point.
Yeah, let him. No, well, hold on, Archie. Don't over talk him if he's saying something. Let it be. So we trying to hear. You know, make sure everybody can be heard, and then counter the point or whatever. But just give him time to say what he got to say. That way, everybody gets heard and everybody can address what they need to address.
Archie, you're completely right. But I'm referring to, single mothers. I think that a black woman is less likely to come across a man with kids, if you're talking about, let's just say, between the ages of 20 and 30, than a black man coming across a black woman with kids. So you're correct. But if you're talking about people with kids, because I don't know about you, but I don't really look at a black woman with kids as an option. But to my other point, and I wasn't saying that you said this, Prime, but my other point was that I think that black men as overall, one thing that we are relatively known for, and it's a stereotype because it is based in reality, is that our standards are very, very low. That's why white guys don't get mad when we fuck their women, because we're basically fucking their leftovers.
Well, look, let me finish my point right quick, because though you were correct in saying, no, you were incorrect in saying that there are more women than men. I get what you're saying about men would choose, but at the same time, there are a lot of fat black women. The problem is not that we don't have enough women to date. The problem is supply and demand. There's not a large supply of women that men just want to fuck in Black America. So any black man can get sex. It's just about how low are you willing to go?
I disagree with you on that. Off the rip.
Oh my God.
So don't let him. So
I guess y'all been seeing some shit.
Yeah, but so Blackpill J explain why. But hold on, and I'm gonna say this right, because this is something you say. So when we say that black men's standards are lower, right? Do we really have a choice? Because think about it, right? So like you said, Blackpill J, let's go down the numbers, right? We the stats. So statistically, I think it's 62 to 64% of black women have kids, right? To the 48% of black men that have kids. Okay. Mm-hmm. So that's a 14 point swing to 12 point swing. Okay. So having that understanding, right? A 14 to 16 point swing. So you're already starting out in a deficit as far as to the men that everything's equal, childless children, childless women versus childless men, right? And then you have the obesity issue. We're up to and we're just only using obesity. We're not even going to use overweight because I think overweight now is at like 80%, but I know for sure obesity is somewhere at like 55%, right?
Mm-hmm.
So out of those women left, over half of them are obese, which is going to be automatically overweight. So
we have no choice. Yeah, I hear you, and I've said, and niggas get mad when I say this, but most black men have never fucked a woman with a flat stomach. So I agree with you.
God, this nigga going hard as a mother.
You wrong, bro. Bro, you don't, bro.
Am I actually wrong?
Bro, you gotta stay in California, bro.
That was so
like
fucked up.
Like, damn,
bro, you gotta stay. You gotta.
Hey, wait, hold on. Wait, so all that. Wait, hold on.
What white people think of us?
Wait, hold on. So we agree. It's really weird when you say one thing that we can all agree that most of our women are big. We can all agree on that. We can also all agree. We can also all agree that most black men have only fucked with black women. Most black men. If you can even say that about most men, like most
statistically,
my homeboy only fucked.
I want to say
relationship with your children.
my God.
Most dudes I know done fucked with at least a white bride before.
Mathematically,
but some people live in areas where they have decent black women.
I'm saying in general, most white boys have only. Most white boys have only fucked white women. Most Mexicans have only fucked Mexican. Like this is simple shit. This is 1-to-1.
Yeah,
I don't care. It's not about what your friend
did. Want to
fuck
us though. You know what I'm saying? We sought after. You know what I mean? They want to fuck us.
Bro, you gotta stay in California, bro. Like the stuff you talk about, and I guarantee you, we can go to California and get the women. Like I just think is a mentality. But
see,
bro, we can go to California.
Is it a mindset?
Bro,
are you gonna tell me it's a mindset?
It's a mindset y'all have, bro.
Is it energy?
Yeah, I know.
Bro, we have a certain mindset, bro. Bro, we will go to California and get the women. I guarantee you take a man from the South, we go to California with all the liberal stuff y'all talking about, and we're gonna get the same amount of women.
But men from the South have a lower standards than
they love Southern dudes out there in the West part.
You go from the South to the West. A woman that's in the West would probably be a 4 in the South. I mean, be a 10 in the South. But as soon as she goes to, you will go there.
Bro, it's no women. Bro, it's not bad. It's not better women in the West than it is in the South.
Yeah.
What the West Coast do not have better women than the South. Bro, the West Coast don't have better women than the South. Bro, most of America live in the South.
The South got
most of America live in the South, bro.
Yeah, but
the South got better looking.
If you're including Florida, then West Coast definitely.
I mean,
why are we acting?
The South got better black women, like better looking black women.
The South got fatter black women. The South, where all the fat chicks are.
Bro, the South, bro.
Hey, yo, fantastic trying to talk, yo.
Yeah, shut the hell up.
Your shit's kind of low, honestly, bro.
Andre 416 reform for the 279. He said Blackpill J is cooking. Yes, that brother definitely is. He got to skill it out. Brother definitely got to skill it out of this thing, bro. Shout out to him. And I listen, man. I'm gonna say this, right? Different women give you different things, right? Thicker chicks, the bigger chicks are gonna be down in the South. That's just facts, right? I'm sorry. But if you go out West Coast, you're going to have more of a variety, and it's not going to be the same women, right? Now, caliber-wise, it all depends on what you want. If you want thinner chicks, it's going to be thinner chicks out in Cali, a lot more thinner chicks to pick from out in Cali, and a lot more different in nationalities, ethnicities out in Cali than it would be in the South. The South, you pretty much stuck with fucking black, white, or probably, sprinkled in with, Texas, once you get to Texas and stuff like Mexicans, right? Hispanics, or even some parts of Florida, like Hispanics, right?
Mm-hmm.
So your variety isn't the same in the when it's regional. That's why I say a big part of the thing when we're considering, getting women, talking to women, and all these different things, bro. Your region matters. Your region matters. The the lingo, the culture, the whatever. And actually, like I do agree with y'all because like once you go somewhere that you're not from, you stand out because of, you know what I'm saying, everything from your style to your accent to the way you sound and everything. And that could be a big plus for you if you're already successful at where you're at. You know what I'm saying? But if you're a nigga that's not getting cheeks in motherfucking Georgia, you're not just gonna go out.
I'm not gonna
go land in Cali and get all the pussy, bro. That's not.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell.
Let me tell you why. People in California is the only people that's talking about body positivity. You're not hearing that in the South. So automatically they're more accepting than the average person in the South. Not more accepting than the average person in the South, but they're very accepting people. We're not the ones talking about body positivity and, oh, you have to accept me for who I am and the way that I am. There's people in California and New York. So you go there, there's fat chicks out there too, bro. There's fat chicks out there too. There's a lot of white chicks that's feminists that want a nigga to come rub on that thing, but white men don't have the courage to do it. A lot of black dudes.
No. You coping. It's not about having the courage to do it. They're not fucking attracted to them. You're coping. That's a cope, sir.
No. A lot of that is fear. A lot of that is fear too.
Bro, it's a lot of them feminist chicks that be low key, cute than the motherfucker that y'all don't be talking to. They just need some good dick, bro, in some conversation. A lot of it,
free game. This is a legit question for you. Okay. So we understand that when a Michael B. Jordan or when an Idris Elba or whoever, like a desirable black man, doesn't even have to be them, just a desirable black man in general, gets cuffed up by a white woman, black women tend to get upset. Is this right or wrong? Would you agree or disagree with that?
I agree.
Okay, cool. Do you think that when a thick, borderline, she got a gut, but maybe she got a fat white ass and she got big hips or whatever, you think when these white women get with the black dude, you think that that white man gets angry?
No.
Yes.
Yes, some of them.
Depends on
I think now they're going to get. I think now because ass have became a trend. Back then, ass wasn't a trend in the white community. Now it is.
Being fat is not a. Come on, bro.
I said having. Y'all want. That's what I'm saying. You don't know what you talking about when it comes to the South. Y'all want y'all women look like a goddamn scrawl. We don't like that shit down here, bro. That shit don't fly. Even the women don't like that shit down here, bro.
That shit too basic, nigga.
Free game. I mean, here's.
I like me a slim bitch though, but
free game.
Not too slim. She gotta have a little jiggle to her.
I don't want to, because I've already listen. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I know that not just y'all here. I know that I've offended some of y'all, and that's
incels ain't gonna never fit in like this, man.
Most black men aren't incels.
Go ahead, Devin.
Hey, what the brother just said is kind of like one of the big problems down south is like he just said, like, you know, they'll take them thick, and I think a lot of the women take heed to that because I've been on the West Coast before. I went to Vegas and stuff like that. The women are a lot more competitive and a lot more willing to put themselves out there to get a man. But down south it's a little bit different. Like, you know, you can be Lizzo and think that, you know what I'm saying, if these niggas don't care, they like big women. And a lot of those women do think that shit.
Y'all be going extreme.
Are you talking about like in a rural area or something?
No. I'm talking about I'm talking about just
I'm in the city.
Atlanta.
A run of the mill thick chick.
You don't see none of that in Lenox Mall. What you see is that they got some crazy shit going on. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but I'm just saying a run of the mill rhinoceros. Bro, I live down here in the South, dog. A run of the mill thick chick, dog, think she can pull a lot. Like she think that she can pull anybody. I'm telling you. I mean, you just go.
Why is it? Hey, I'm gonna piss off. I'm gonna piss off more of y'all. Why is it that it's so fucking common in our community for the man to be fucking to way less than the woman does? This is a common thing with black people.
Way more.
Because they have babies 9 times out of 10. That how that be happening. Goddamn. Niggas don't pick. Most of the time, niggas don't pick the bitches when they fat.
That's
because a lot of the time the niggas that it sound like y'all talking about the dudes that's actually with a chick.
You're coping.
Bro, we like thick bitches, bro.
That's just what it is. Bitch, but I see it every day.
Don't call them
I see it
fat. They're
every, bro.
fat.
I don't have a
It's
fat
never
bitch, but I
been
see it every
normal
day. A nigga
in
got with a
human
chick when she was
history.
straight, and she had 2 kids, and now
It's not normal
she
for the
is what she
man.
is. Like,
But this is not normal.
bro,
This isn't normal.
white
Bro,
men,
it is
average white
normal,
men be
bro.
with
What are
fat
you
ass white
talking
bitches all the
about?
time, bro.
Hold on, man.
I'm not
Hold on.
arguing for fat
Bro,
bitches. I'm
we
saying
have
y'all trying to make it a black men thing. Average ass white men be with fat ass white bitches all the time, married and all, paperwork and all.
Hell
Come on
yeah.
now, quit talking
None
about
of
this
my
black
coworkers
men. This
have it.
ugly
black
ass
man.
white women.
America is fat. It's not just
For
black
real.
women. America is
Black
fat.
goddamn burning the
I'm
house
not trying to
down.
argue for no fat bitches.
Hold on, man. Hold on, real quick.
Are you sure? Are you?
Shout out
You
to
could have
Andre.
fooled me.
Shout out to Andre 416 reform for the 279 again. The South taking L's tonight. Say no to big backs. Listen, man. Listen, bro. Hey, listen.
Y'all tripping.
Listen, man. You know what we consider thick compared to other brothers, man, is a little. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a lot more gracious. Most
Apparently, y'all
brothers,
just don't have history books. Y'all
It's
never
more
watched
normal looking.
Soul Train.
Go. Can you pull up? What do they call it? Fat. What do they call it? Fat?
Black Pill J, I'll ask you this question. So Black Pill J, what is the set weight
Fantastic did a whole
for
stream. He did a whole stream on it.
what's the set weight for I guess like a regular sized woman? Let's just say what a woman's average height is what 5'5", right? I think a woman's average height is 5'5". So
Probably
let's
about
go with
5'5".
5'5".
I don't know, man.
5'5", and
I don't know the numbers. The thing about it is, bro, I have my eyes. I don't know the numbers.
120 to 140. 120 to 140 from 5'5".
But one thing I know is that
See, I think up to 160, 165 could be straight too.
Yeah, that's why I like it. You know what I'm saying?
At 5'5", it's gonna look good.
165 at 5'5".
Hey, you guys
Yeah,
remember?
nigga,
Yeah,
You
it's
guys
gonna look
remember
good.
Pinky? You remember that corn star Pinky, right?
yeah,
Do y'all all know her? In her prime,
yeah.
was she fat?
Ooh,
No,
hell no.
hell no.
Man, but you asked a lot of West Coast niggas. Yeah, you heard? That's fat. But in the South,
Okay.
that's thick.
But this is what we're
West
missing.
Coast, man.
We're assuming
The West
every
Coast
black
spoiled
man
out
likes
there.
that type. There are not
They
black
spoiled with the facial
incels.
shit.
If a black
No,
man does
what do you
not like
think,
thick
though?
women, he will have a harder time getting with women if he's only dating black women, which would make him basically a black incel. But he's not really an incel. He's just somebody who doesn't
But
want to fuck
205
the
is not
type
normal.
of women black women are.
whether you like it or not, you guys have proven quite a number of my points that I made earlier.
Yeah, the brother is right in his act, man. I mean, listen, man, I'm not gonna deny it, brother.
You can. It's right there.
I need that.
I miss most of it. I ain't gonna lie.
I needed to have them cheeks and titties. I needed to have that motherfucking. Hey, man.
Hey, they say the taller she is, the more she can weigh.
917. Prepare your brother for the 5. Let's settle it right now. Is there a different bet, thick and fat? If so, what's the difference?
What's the difference?
Thick and fat, it's discretionary, man. It's by the person.
Fat is when you just unattractively big.
Why? Since we got so many black men who don't mind thickness, why? Somebody said in the chat, why do they need to go to the gym?
What do you mean?
Because they keep building it up, nigga. That's how you keep that ass fat as hell. What are you talking
Just
about?
180 pushing it, unless she like 5'9".
Most black women are not in the gym. Most black women are not in the gym.
Lifting.
They don't go to the gym. What are you talking about? Most black women don't go to the gym.
No, I'm saying, but why? My point is that why would they go? What incentive are black men giving? Oh, Jesus Christ!
What the fuck are you talking about?
This is why we ain't gonna go shit. We're never. This is again. And I'm not trying to be like a dickhead, but this whole well, everybody's fat. If we talk about black women, well, everybody's fat. Like,
is Ice Spice fat to you?
She's a little chunky. She's a little chunky.
Oh my God!
Even right now.
Wait, hold on. Wait. When I look at Ice Spice, here's because I look at longevity. I don't just look at how she's looking now. How Ice Spice looks. Ice Spice will look good if she done already had 2 or 3 kids. If she didn't have hold on. If she's my girl and she didn't already had 2 or 3 kids and she looks like that, okay, she looks good. But the problem
she's fat to you.
She like I said, she's chunky.
Most of fat bitches in the South were straight when they were young. That's what I was saying.
Bro, in the South,
they were slim and sexy before they had the babies.
Yeah, but just real quick. So like I said, so actually, people were making that comparison. I made this comparison months ago, and they went viral, semi-viral, like a couple days ago on last week sometime on Twitter, bro. Prime Pinky, and Ice Spice. That's the same girl. That's the same person. Same
Well,
exact.
Same.
I just looked.
Pinky's ass a little
Well,
more
okay.
plumper.
I hate
Ice
to be a
Spice
nerd, but I
don't
just
look
looked it up.
chubby.
Ice Spice is 5'3", 119 pounds. She's not. She's skinny.
She used to be big.
And
She used
that's
to
what I'm
be big.
telling you. So, like you said, and look at her the weight, and that's why I say proportions can have you confused, right? Because her legs and her ass, her hips, she's just like a little thickum, bro. That's
Ice Spice is a bad example. Ice Spice is a girl who you would never put in the obese or overweight category.
But like you said,
Would you put Ari? Would you put?
It's gonna be hard for her to keep that weight off, bro. You put that baby in her, she gonna swell up. It's gonna be hard for her.
Especially if they wait.
Bro, look at her
bottom.
mom.
That's
Bro,
okay.
go look
No,
at her mama.
That's
Go look
because
at her
black
mama.
women. That's because black women don't respect you niggas. Her having a baby should be no excuse for her getting fat at all.
Most women do that in America, bro. Fat white bitch, bro. I work with a bunch of fat ass white bitches, man. They all married. Goddamn, that shit crazy.
I don't want to.
They probably wasn't always like that. In the South, man,
gotta-
these bitches can't maintain in the South. I'll just say that.
Well, we gotta understand
None of
about
them.
fatness too. When you say I work with, okay, yeah, you could probably got somebody who's in middle management, a white woman who's in her mid to late 30s who's fat. Black women, we're not arguing that black women get fat at all because all women get bigger as they get older. Black women get fat in their early 20s.
Hey,
there's a difference.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Hey, quick,
A
I
lot
got
of them be
quick
chasing, trying to get thick.
Hey, go ahead, Black.
real quick. I just want to say, do y'all think that white men, Asian men, let's just say those two, maybe Hispanic men, maybe, well, they all like their women kind of built like SpongeBob, but do you think other demographics of men be having these debates as to what makes a woman fat or thick, like niggas be doing?
No, not at all.
I don't give a fuck what they doing. That's the point.
No.
They seem real
Here's my
particular.
point. No, hold on. So wait. So cool, you don't give a fuck. So don't get upset when I say that we have the lowest standards.
And
No, that's not true. That's not true at all. I don't care about their standards.
I'm starting to think that cool.
No, bro, we don't care about
like
their
Luke
standards.
Skywalker. You sound like Luke Skywalker in Empire. No, it's not true, nigga. It is true.
No, bro,
I
we
mean,
just
you
don't
have-
care
you
about
have
their
the fattest
standards.
women. You have the fattest
But we
women.
don't care about their standards. And their group of women don't look better than ours. That's the
Thank
point.
you.
Their
I don't
women,
think
their
Men
women
are
want
men, bro.
Their women want to look like their women want to look like our women. Our women don't
No, they
want to
don't.
look like.
No, time out.
Bro, their women want to look like our women.
No, the fuck they don't.
That's why they
Hey,
women
listen.
are looking like our women now. What are you
Listen,
talking
they're
about?
not.
Their women want to look like our women.
No,
Yeah,
Yeah, a
they're
lot of white
not.
women
They're-
ain't trying
Yes,
to
they
look
do.
like
They
that.
want the ass and everything, dog.
Give me an
They
example.
put no
ass,
lashes
they want
on
the
and all
lips.
that, bro.
Give me an example
Yeah.
of of a black woman most white women
The
want to look
fucking
like. Give me one
Kardashians,
example.
nigga.
Okay,
They been
now
trying to look like this forever.
let me ask you a question. Let me ask you, who are the Kardashians trying to look like? Give me an
bro,
example.
I'm not
Black
gonna argue.
niggas.
Which black
I'm not
woman?
gonna argue.
Well, they want
I'm not gonna
want
argue the
features.
obvious.
They want a
Hey,
feature.
Archer,
They
wait,
they
Archer.
wanna
They
let-
act like wait, Archer. They're acting as if a big ass is something that a black woman owns.
No, what they're acting like is that
Nigga,
most
it's
black.
gonna be
No,
in
let me
there.
ask you a question. What they're acting like is most black women fit this model that white women want to look like. Yes,
Bro,
there are
I'm
black
not gonna
women who
argue
fit
the
that
facts, bro.
archetype, but most black women are fat. Most black women don't even fit the archetype you're arguing that most white women want to look like.
Well, let's just not talk about the fat
ones
black
that we
women.
have. That's what they want to. That's what they want to emulate. Dog.
Most your women
The
are
best of that
fat.
we have.
White women don't want to be what most your women are. They
Okay,
want
and
to be
most
the
white
top.
women are fucking skinny as hell or whatever. Nobody cares about them.
That's not true.
They
Wait, hold on. I
last.
thought-
That's not even
They
true.
last
That
on the
shit
list.
crazy.
That is-
White bitches fat as fuck too.
Yeah, most. Yeah,
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, my bad.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
they
no,
are
no, no.
fat as
White
hell
women
too.
are
Either way,
not
they
as
not
fat as
looked
black
at.
women.
And I like
They're
both
not the
of them.
sexiest.
Hell, well, not
There-
fat ones,
there's
but
a-
you know.
There's a 20% gap between obesity in white America and obesity in black America. Black women are the only ones that have an obesity rating
I'm
over
not sure
50%.
let me just ask this real quick, Archer. Because we went down this fat, thick rabbit hole. How did we get to this point? You know what I mean? Like what was the
supply and demand? That's how we got to this point. We're arguing whether or not.
Oh, right. Okay. I was just trying to make sure. I mean,
we're saying that black men can get sex. It's just how low are they willing to fuck? Because there's not a lot of beautiful black women in America.
Let me ask this, Archer. Let me ask this.
Are there
Archer.
beautiful fat women? Though?
Real quick.
No,
let's move away from Archer. Let me ask you this question. Here in America or in the West, wherever you are, let's just say the West, right? Who do you think is more likely to be an incel in your opinion? Your average white boy or your average black man? Let's just say
your
everything, all things neutral.
Your average white boy.
Do you know how quickly an average white boy can get himself an Asian chick on his dick? He can get the Asian chick on his dick faster than that black dude can get a black woman.
That's wild.
Number one, he can't. Wait. Slow down. Number one, he can't because Asian women are a large supply in America in general. There's not enough Asian women to share with every white man. So there is.
No. In other words,
wait. Hold on a second. That wasn't sir. That wasn't the question. Because
you said that average.
Wait. Let me ask you this though. Wait, are there more Asian women in the country or more black women in the country?
Black women.
Someone have to fact check. Is it that much more?
Yes. Asian population is very low.
What's the Asian population and what's the black population?
The black population is about 14-13%. The Asian population of men and women is about 5 or 6.
3 to 5%.
3-5%. Okay, cool. You know what's actually funny? What's funny is that despite that number, because I would agree with you because I didn't have the numbers. Despite that, the largest growing population of mixed couples are white men and Asian women.
Yep.
So,
but that does not mean most white men have access to Asian women because mathematically that's just not possible.
Wait, hold on, sir. Hold on. There's girls in your hometown who got access to NBA players and ball players. Everybody got access to everybody. This whole notion of we don't have access. Nah, nigga. If you got Hinge, if you got the internet, if you got a cable provider, if you got a Wi-Fi box, a router, nigga, you got access. So this whole
you gotta remember, white men want to date Asian women the same way black women want to date white men. So yes, there are white men out there pushing for Asian women, but
Archer, I think you got it backwards, fam. Again, Asian men are the least desired men like on the planet, and Asians prefer white men over all other men. So I think you're missing what he's saying, as in like there's a desirability on both sides. So
he basically an athlete, and they are.
Asian women are targeting and hoping for a white man more so than their own men or any other men, period.
But because white men also desire Asian women, that makes it so the Asian women don't have to go down to the lowest tier of brand.
No. Yes, they do. It's actually like a trope. There was a comedian, I forgot the stand-up comedian's name. It was an Asian stand-up comedian. There's a trope of an attractive or a decent looking Asian woman with a basic ass white boy. Like it's a fucking meme. Like it's a stereotype.
Yeah, the first passport, bro. Shit, my first job was on post, man. It was so many of them Asian. A lot of them black retirees used to have them old Asian women with them too. And them
we understand there used to be mail ordered brides. I mean, that's been around since forever, where white men would bring in women from other countries.
They were real wives.
Let me read the super chat. Shout out to Ace Fast for the 10. I greatly appreciate you, brother. We don't look at longevity. Ice Spice is cool now. One baby and she's done. We call thick what we call thick is fat. Just came from Barcelona, Amsterdam, Germany. I could count the ones on hands that's fat chicks.
That was my point. And fantastic.
But then he seen the ass though. Well, that was if they wasn't fat, they used to have ass.
Bro, I don't give a dick.
Let him go. Hold on, free game.
No, I'm sorry. I don't want to hog. I'm saying, but that was my point. Was that I can look at the Ice Spice. Sure, she looks good now, but the problem with a lot of niggas is we oftentimes think like women, and women think very short term. So we look at a thick girl and be like, dang, I'm a fuck her, whatever. You fuck without condom, put a baby in her, nigga. Thick girls and these borderline fat girls, you should always be putting on condoms. Like these thick girls. You think they're gonna look that you think her at 26 she gonna look like that at 33, 34, 35? That's why
you plan on marrying her.
That's you why psyching yourself out of it.
Shout out to Mike Mill. Shout out to Mike Mill for the two cats, man. Hold on, free game. Shout out to my man Mike Neal for the $2 cash apps. I greatly appreciate it, brother. He said for I stand on BBW, man. Hey, shout out to my brother, man. Hey, the BBW lovers in the building. But let me get Andre in here, and then we'll go to Freeman's, and then we'll move it back around. Go ahead, Andre.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of shit in this conversation. It's like everybody's upset at DPJ for spitting the truth, and they're kind of just jumping on him. Like reality hurts, right? But that's like I thought like Red Pill was supposed to be about reality, though you don't claim it on your channel. It's fantastic, but right now what he's talking about is some Black Pill shit, and it's harsh. That's why like dudes are getting upset and in their feelings and shit. Like I don't know who said that, but somebody was talking about a 5'5" woman, 165 pounds. Are you kidding me? Like that's crazy.
Yeah, that's some cheeks right there, bro. Freeman, what was your fam?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Big belly bitch.
I can show you my girl right now before you talking about.
Freeman's journal. It's on you, brother. Go ahead. Freeman's, you there? What's going on? Hold on. Oh, I think he. There we go.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Sorry, something happened. My it froze. What was I gonna do? I was just gonna share this right quick. For stats to answer that last question. So if you look at Asians at the bottom, women are marrying out at 36% of newlyweds. And you notice up at the top, whites, men are outpacing women by 12 to 10%. Why? Because they're marrying the hell out of those Asian women.
Yeah.
Hey, these white men are collecting Asian women like Pokemon.
Straight up. straight up. They want Tiger Mom.
I mean,
that's all it is.
Cool, they can have them, dog.
Yeah, I'm about to say, are you attracted to Asians?
Hey,
Like,
wait, hold on.
heavy?
No,
I am. I like, but mine's brown though. You know what I'm saying? I don't like them skinny ass fucking pill ass.
Like the thing about it, like Asian women aren't their first choice. Like I've been in enough of these like fucking, like these groups like talking about like single moms and shit. Like these white dudes, like they want white women, but they don't want to deal with Western white women. So that's why they're fucking with Asian women.
Also, white women. I mean, also the price of white women's stock has gone up too. So white men do have an incel problem as well. It's just that they have and somebody else said, I didn't make this term up, but they have an ethnic safety blanket. And white men also, white men they can also date sisters easier than a black man can. They can also date Hispanics as well. Oh shit, what was I gonna say? God damn it, I was gonna. Fuck, I forgot the point.
Black American women are the ugliest women in the diaspora. African women look better. Every black woman across the globe looks better than black American women.
God damn, man. Y'all trying to get me motherfucking.
That's what I'm saying. Damn, man. Fantastic probably just got a bunch of new black women followers and shit. You go and do that shit.
Bro, y'all niggas going hard as hell today, boy.
That's why I don't get no pussy. They don't even know. They can't even see why. That's why I don't
get
get no pussy.
I got arms earlier today. Now y'all said black. I can't accept.
You definitely sound like you don't get no pussy.
Nigga, I got 3 baby mamas. I'm Gucci with pussy.
Well, let me say this, man. Again, to each his own. You know what I mean? Every brother has his preference in whatever. But saying black women are the ugliest women in the diaspora, brother, come on.
Yeah, that's insane.
American, black American women. Black American women. Have you seen African women? Have you seen East African women? Have you seen South American women?
Have you seen Hawaiian women?
Now you fucking up. Because of course, East African women are the finest women on the planet. Eritrean,
they're the finest in the diaspora.
Yes, on the planet.
South African kind of lit too, though.
No, bro. No, they don't. No, them bitches got.
But I'm saying, if you put black women from every region,
them flat ass feet. No, sir.
Okay, Mr. Fantastic,
yellow
bro, Mr. Fantastic. If you were to rank black women against every other group of black women in the diaspora, from British black women, where would black women rank to you?
No, but this is what I'm telling you, Archer, because you got to think
black
about
American.
Like that, bro. If you're talking East African women, I think hands down they got everybody beat. But West African women in African American women, bro, again, it's give and take. That's on and so forth. And I'm telling you, it's just like, bro, I don't. Think
one of my baby mamas is Nigerian, and I tell you right now, West African women even kill most American women.
Nah, bro. We can go to war on that any day of the week, bro. Like I said, especially like I said, for one, all of them gonna be fucking. Hey, they gonna be chocolate. I'll just say that, bro. Ain't nothing like a
Are
black.
we subconsciously taking the attitude into consideration too? Is it?
What the thing about it
That's
is
what I
that
think they doing.
No, it's more when the black American women are at their peak and they're taking care of themselves. I think they even beat East African women. But we're talking about a majority of black women not even standing a chance against any group of women in the diaspora just
Hey,
because of their weight alone.
But I mean, I think that the attitude is being taken in consideration subconsciously, because I think a woman's attitude can definitely affect her look too. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
one of them weave wearing,
Yeah,
nasty
I'm about to
attitude
say, y'all know y'all
women.
like that ratchet shit.
I'm gonna have to say no because black American women have more variety. So there's so many different shades, so many
Patrick
shapes,
Ewing.
sizes.
That's the problem. That's what I'm saying, man. Listen, bro. Listen, man. Again, that's why I say I can never just be on some fuck black women type shit, bro. I've seen some women so fucking fine, bro. From chocolate to pecan tan to light skin, bro. Thick, short, tall, fat.
Nigga
Fucking,
tripping.
what everything, man. Young, old, bro. I've seen some beautiful ass women, bro. And I'm talking about like the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life. Outside of shout out to Archer, outside of Ethiopian and Eritrean, outside of them, some of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life, bro.
Oh, that's what I
Man,
was gonna say. Oh, damn it! I now figured it out, and I know it's way back, but I was only gonna say in regards to the whole white men, Asian woman thing is that a white guy can get himself an Asian woman hella easy, no mouthpiece required, none of this game, none of this swag, none of like all of this dumb shit that niggas gotta do to get their women. They ain't gotta do none of that shit to get themselves a ling ling at all.
Black
Nigga, I just had to say hi,
and
bro.
for the white dude, it's the same thing with black women. So black women have
Yeah.
this obsession and this worship with white men. So in the rare cases where they do want to entertain a black woman,
It's
they don't
more
have to
fucked
really
up
work
than
at
that.
all.
Mr. Fantastic, it's more fucked up than that. When it comes to a white man, when a white man crosses over to MLK Boulevard, all of your weaknesses, if you a lame ass brother and you like poetry and you like taking your girl to Disneyland and you like goofy fucking movies and you all that corny shit that you like, if that white boy does all that same shit, it's seen as a positive when fucking Tanner does it.
All right, bro.
When he does all of those corny things that a nigga did to that same type of woman, it's a pro when fucking I was gonna say Chad or Connor or that white boy does it. So it's
And
even
despite all that, there's
I gotta
still
give y'all props for that. That's a good fucking You do gotta jump through hoops a little bit more when it comes to black women and shit like that.
But you gotta think about it.
It's
People
some
who
type
date
of game
interracially,
bullshit. Yeah.
people who date interracially, they usually more open to more stuff
Yeah.
when they enter that situation. Like when I would date my Hispanic bitch, like I was open to like eating the stuff that she ate. Yeah, cause she was cooking it. I was like, shit, I usually don't be eating all these peppers and shit, but I'll see what it do. So black women probably enter them situations like, okay,
Strong as hell, boy. That was
hey, hold on. You could take it. You could take it as something like this, right? So, for example, right, you don't get hoes. I don't know, like he don't really look like he get hoes. Find a white boy who look like he don't get hoes. He's a loyal. I never have to worry about him cheating on me.
Yeah, it's wild, man. But let me get my man, Focus Man in here. Focus Man, what's up with your brother? Go right ahead.
Just like with Fantastic, you got all kinds of attractive black chicks out here. The main part is their mentality. If they fell into that feminist ideology, I don't care how attractive they are. It's like you can't deal with them. Or if they just have that sexy red or Nicki Minaj mentality, you can't deal with them long term. I just can't get past that. I mean, there's a lot of beautiful black chicks from the West Coast to the East Coast. It's just their mentality, bro. So I think you got to look at the mentality before you look at their looks, because you're going to get a lot of sexy black chicks, but if they got that sexy red or city girl mentality, you can't deal with that. So I think that we should look long term instead of just looking at how pretty she is.
Let me ask you a question. How many black women are in America? Does anybody know the number?
About 25, 22,
26
25
million,
million.
maybe
26 million, 25, right? Around that number, right?
Okay, cool.
If we're saying 3/5 of them are fat, how many does that leave you?
Hold on, 3/5.
3/5 of what do you say? 25,000?
Yeah.
15 million. It leaves you 15 million.
No, it leaves you 10 million. Because if 3/5 of them are fat, that's 15 million of them that are technically considered obese. When 60%.
Yeah, you're right. So yeah,
that leaves you 10 million. I'm not saying that black women, when they're in shape, cannot be gorgeous, drop dead gorgeous. What I'm saying is that as far as supply and demand, we have the largest supply of unattractive women, is what I'm saying.
Man, here y'all go, man. Jesus
That's
Christ.
cool. But yo, what if you just don't deserve that fit fucking woman? Maybe you deserve the one that's out of shape. You know what I'm saying?
Or
Maybe you
you
ain't
supposed to
popping
date
like
out.
that. Maybe you ain't popping like that. You know what I'm saying?
Don't worry,
Mo.
and this is what I'm saying. And this is what I'm saying, man. And I want to I'm gonna kick it back to Blackpill J, man, so he can close us out. The brother again, he hasn't been wrong, and I think one of the biggest issues and problems, like I said, that is the hardest thing for us to do because we've been indoctrinated into it, not even forcefully. Because again, bro, we played outside and shit, so the obesity shit didn't start until I want to say early to mid 90s. Like, you know, obesity rate, they start putting the steroids and shit in the food. You know, black women start getting all this shit in their hair. You know, they went from the natural look and now they got fucking adjust for me and the perms, or my bad, not perm, but relaxers, and they want to mess the hair up. So a combination of GMO foods, poor diet, less working out, you know, less people being active, and all these other things have resulted in us having, again, women that have obesity rate over 50%. So, and this is what I say, and I don't think people understand from just a anthropological and sociological standpoint. The men and women, they're never, no matter how much Asian women date out, no matter how much white men date out, there's never going to be a point where people date and mate out at a higher rate, at a 51% or higher rate, right? You're always going to stay with your own more so than go somewhere else. Well, it's the same thing for the black man. You have to change your attractiveness standards. You know what I'm saying? And be it that they were at the helm and in control versus the man being in his proper place. And now you have to try and get the man to force the women back into a healthy state past 50%. And that, bro, it's just
no. I understand the depth, but given all this information, even this big conversation that we had, especially with the whole thick and fat and all that, right? I think that I could say for certain that the black man has the worst deal in the West.
Oh yeah,
by far.
Yeah,
it's not even close. The worst.
Fantastic.
We have the worst deal.
Before you close out here, can you drop the link to BTJ's channel or BBJ? Can you drop your?
I don't have it. Sorry to disappoint. I do not have a channel. You can find me on Mystery School stream. Just type in Mystery School. Maybe type in Mystery School incel, you know, and you can find me on there sometimes.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Ultimately, bro, like I said, I appreciate you coming through, bro, and giving us this tutorial lesson, better in-depth explanation and examples of what the black pill is, man.
Yeah, and I'm just one guy, man. I'm pretty sure if you talk to Mystery, if you talk to Base, he'll give you a different answer. I mean, similar to the red pill, it's like, hey, if you talk to Coach Greg Adams, if you talk to Fresh and Fit, if you talk to Rollo Tomasi, you know, Rollo Tomasi and CGA, they're both red pill to me, but them niggas don't like each other. And they could probably give you, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, and it's very similar with the black pill space, man. But I mean, the lookism thing, I mean, you know, looks is number one. All that other shit is secondary. You know, I think that black men have a significant, like, black men in a weird way kind of overinflate their value in a sense, because we use things like the apex fallacy to validate ourselves, right? So there's a lot of like kind of tenets and beliefs that I share with a lot of other quote unquote black pillars. And there's a lot of things that we disagree with. So
I would argue that CGA is black pill. I came into space off CGA and I was listening to him for like, well, a good like almost 4 years now. And he even said himself he's black pill, and by the stuff that he talks about, like, yeah, I would have to
a lot of these the truth is a lot of these content creators are black pill, but depending on who they are, they can't really outright tell you that looks matter, because if they tell you that looks is the number one thing, that's the number one determinant right now as to what how a woman is going to give you some pussy. If they tell you that, then you might not buy their PUA course. You might not buy their texting 101. So it is.
That's the ultimate finesse.
I need a texting
course. I'm gonna drop off here. Thanks for having me up. Fantastic.
Yeah, no problem, man. Yeah. Hey, man. I greatly appreciate you coming through, bro. I appreciate you brothers for coming up, man, having the conversation. Hey, man. Black men do better, I guess, or whatnot, what have you.
Thank you for having me.
No problem, brother. My closing in this is this, man. Even though different things you can't help, bro. You can't help your genes, you can't help your genetics, man. Whatever your height is going to be, and please, please don't be one of these knee extension niggas, bro. Don't do that shit, bro. What we gonna have for real? I made sure I want to talk about that. Listen, this leg extension shit, bro, is going to be major health issues and problems, dog. Once these older dudes get older, bro, your bones are meant and made to grow certain lengths for a reason. I don't give a fuck what kind of surgery they do, bro. Your bones will be brittle, and especially adding a whole inch of fucking, you know what I'm saying, bro, your bones will be brittle as fuck when you get old. So a lot of you, all of you leg extension niggas, I hope you just ready to motherfucking cut your legs off and get the fucking the implants, nigga. Get the motherfucking the cybernetics, okay? You might as well just go ahead and sign up for the damn, to be a cyborg or whatever, because y'all are gonna have hella fucking medical issues, bro. The older you get with that fucking bone shit. But listen, man, at the end of the day, it sounds cliche as hell, but you have to find out what works for you. Be the best version of that. And the women that fuck with you, the best thing, and I keep telling you guys, man, the art of fuck it is the most valuable thing and most freeing thing in life, dog. And it's not that you don't care about anything, but it's just you understand the fact of the matter that, bro, nothing lasts forever, good or bad. Okay, at some point, everything's gonna come to an end, including you, right? So, I'm not saying go through life without a plan, without any type of goals, milestones, and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is, you have to learn to take an experience, especially if and when it's with a woman in your relationship, whatever it is with her. Take it for what it is and for the time that it's there, man. Enjoy it and make it as enjoyable as possible. And when it's over with, hey, you know what I'm saying, you have that experience to carry on forward in life, you know what I'm saying, to use to your advantage. Don't ever stay in some shit, bro, for the sake of your happiness and your sanity and your mental health and emotional health and all this other shit, bro. Listen, my nigga, put you first. All right. And I think I know for a fact one of the biggest issues and problems to why we're having these issues with men is that men have suffered in silence for far too long, and have alphaed our way through it, and been a manly man, and just ain't gonna complain to nobody, and lo and behold, hey, niggas is staring down the barrel of a 45 like that crazy ass motherfucking white boy song, right? So please, man, don't ever let that be yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you need help, reach out to the people around you. If you don't have people around you, there are resources that you can reach out to to talk to people, man. Professional resources, hotlines, and things like that. And by all means, man, if you're ever in that situation, please do that. Like, hey, hit me, man. Like, if you ever feel that bad, I've had some brothers. I'm not saying that we're thinking about anything like that to that extreme, but brothers that have hit me up, man, and confided in me and thought well enough of me to talk, have a listening ear or whatnot. You know what I'm saying, and get my opinion on things. So I'm not offering any type of professional help, but I can definitely be just the person that you need to vent to if that's the situation and case. And that's why I appreciate you guys when you come up here. I know a lot of this stuff seems super extreme, and you niggas don't get no pussy, and you niggas hate women. And my answer to that is, okay, well, if you really think they hate women, wouldn't you rather them come up here and just cuss bitches out versus go out in the real world and whoop on them? You know what I'm saying? Which I know you niggas not doing, but it's just a thing to it, man. But just please understand, man. Brothers, I stand on this. This black man renaissance shit is real. We have a lot of concepts, precepts, ideologies, and things that we talk about and we discuss. We agree on some, we disagree on some, but ultimately I know that we're doing it for the betterment of us and Black people as a whole, because again, this is the first time of where we have Black men coming together to just speak freely, what I'm saying, and give our opinions on things, and be it good, bad, indifferent, or whatever. So as always, man, appreciate y'all, especially, I mean, I know it's Friday. We doubled up today, man. So I greatly appreciate you guys coming up. And that's that on that one, man. I catch y'all on the next one, man. Holla.